Oh, hi everyone, and welcome to the Cypher system, the Cypher Seminars Cypher system, where we learn all about the Cypher system. Oh, hi! Welcome. Look at these wonderful faces around the table. But before we go and say hello to them all, let's go round and do our usual channel announcements. We have social links. Check out our Discord, our Twitter, and our YouTube, where you can come and be part of an inclusive community, and send me a DM on Twitter and I'll get you a game. It's a really simple process. Get in the diary, we're filling up quick. And YouTube, you can head back and check out all of these games on the YouTube. They'll be uploaded before the sessions next week. What else do we have? We have a Patreon. You can support us over there for as little as $1 a month. I think we've just fluctuated back under our $500 goal, but we are hovering around it, and we very much appreciate all the support. Thank you. Thank you so much, everyone. What else do we have? We have merchandise over on Redbubble. Go and check that out. You can get yourself one of these. It's a wonderful shirt. It's very comfortable. Don't get sour cream on it, though. It's not this one, it's the other one, but you'll never get the smell out. What else do we have? We have sponsors. Check out Bird in the Storm Publishing, who are a content creator. They create D&D modules and other TTRPG content, so check them out too. We played Clearing the Midnight Weald over on Christmas time. So that'll be over on the YouTube. You guys can go and check it out. Next up, we have Mage Hand Press. Mage Hand Press made the Dark Matter Alpha, which is a Cypher system. No, it's not. This is the Cypher system. It's a sci-fi, similar, not quite the same, a sci-fi expansion for D&D 5e. If you have a sci-fi fandom, you will find it in that Dark Matter Alpha, I promise you. We also have other sponsors. Check out Gemsong with 4 months. Thank you so much for that sub and the support. You are so appreciated. Thank you so much. Down in the panels below, we have more things. We have Arasavad.com, we have Ruinc.com, we have TabletopLoot.com. We have discount codes for every single one of them. So if you want dice, if you want to go and get yourself some accessories or a map, head down there, get a 10 or 15% discount depending on which website it is. Also, check out Ambly down there. Ambly does all of our overlays, most of our posters. She's an amazing artist. That was an abrupt end to that song, wasn't it? That's actually how that song ends. It doesn't fade. It's a hard stop, apparently. So, there you go. I might as well have just stopped it myself if I'd have known that. Let's say hello to everyone. Oh, no, wait. The tweet. The last thing is the tweet. Go and look at the tweet, everyone. Because we might have 10. I don't think we've got 10 yet, but we might do, I suppose. Every 10 retweets, we get a random rolled potion. At the moment we are on 8, so we're not quite at 10, but hey, check it out. Let's go around and say hello to everyone. This week we will go this way around. Why don't we say hello, who we are playing, and why don't you tell us their sentence? We'll start with Alex.
Hello. So I'm Alex, or Dark Fox 0812, and today I will be playing Osiris Tal, whose handle is also Squid. They are an inquisitive adept who fuses flesh and steel. Basically, the idea behind this character is a cybernetically enhanced super hacker.
Fantastic. Brilliant. Thank you. Next around, we have the wonderful Cat, or Cleric of Cord. Oh, hi!
Oh, hi, Adam. Yes, I am Kat, at Cleric of Cord on Twitter. I am going to be I am an artificial intelligence tech adept who works the system. I am Deus Ex Machina, X for short.
Beautiful. Thank you. Next around, we welcome GSparks1247. Oh, hi! Muted?
There we go.
There we go.
Hey, everybody. I am GSparks, 1247. Today I'm going to be playing Calanthar Cal Fitzgerald. He is an appealing speaker who commands mental powers. The little flavoring is that he's not actually telepathic. He reads people's emotions. That's what he does. He feels people and uses that to make his way in the world.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, Gemsong, for the 500 bits, just because. Thank you. Thank you so much. Top right, we have the wonderful Jay Bambi. Oh, hi, Jay.
Hello. So I'm Jay. I am playing Marilyn Tyrell, who is an appealing speaker who grows to towering heights. So basically, she's very good at talking to people and kind of using her charm to manipulate to get her own way and get what she wants. And if that fails, she goes all like Attack on Titan on people and grows to 9 feet tall.
Okay, so you've got all bases covered, is what you're telling us. Fantastic. Well, next, let's go round, and this time, let's talk about your type and see what the book says about your type. But also, hopefully, your character sheets. Oh, first things first, everyone on your character sheets, please. Please head to the top of the page. You should see, I've already done it for you, I think. Should be, just make sure on that top row where all the little buttons are, make sure the only two that are selected are Cypher System and Roll Queries. So long as you've got that. I think I did it for all the blank sheets when I made them originally because I was awfully clever. Thank you, Elizabeth Joy. Elizabethy, I assume. Elizabethy says, Liz, thank you so much for the, Elizabeth, sorry. Thank you so much for popping the follow. And welcome. We're now at 4 followers, and we're at 11 retweets, which means we've already got 2 potions for you guys. We'll roll them once we get into the game. But for now, since everything's calm, relate to the matter while I drop the bomb. Type. Let's go around and look at player types. So we'll start with Jay. What is Marilyn's type, please?
Hello. So, Marilyn's type is speaker. And it says, you are attracted to others, but perhaps more importantly, you're likable and charismatic. You've got a special something that draws others to you. You often know the right thing to say to make someone laugh, put them at ease, or spur them into action. People like you, they want to help you, and they want to be your friend.
Fantastic, fantastic. Often compared to bards, diplomats, and charmers. Fantastic. So we can see your starting stats there. 8, 9, 11. You get 6 additional points. What did you go for? Did you go for an even balance, or did you go for like something that you're going to really prioritize in?
They're mostly in intellect because my special abilities, I think, are all in intellect. But I put a couple in might as well because that's your health and that, isn't it? I'd like to not die if someone flicks me.
Good. So you also get an intellect edge. We went through so edge we'll go through in a moment. Edge essentially makes things easier for your character to do. So intellect abilities are easier for Jay's character. Next, we have 4 abilities. We won't go through exactly what they are, but I assume you've chosen 4 exciting ones.
Yes.
Cool. Essentially, the edge makes things that cost 1 intellect cost 1 less. So for example, if Jay had taken the encouragement skill, which costs 1 intellect point, with 1 edge and intellect, Marilyn wouldn't have to pay that cost. Why don't we want to pay our pools for doing things? Because our pools also make up our health. First you burn through your body. First you burn through your might. Once you burn through your might, oh gosh, I can't quite remember. You are wounded. You think you do everything at disadvantage. You do everything. Everything becomes 1 or 2 levels harder. Once you burn through all of your speed points next, then you can't move anymore and everything's really hard. And then if you burn through all your intellect points as well, no more character. So you literally spend your life force to try and make things easier. Next, let's go to Cal Fitzgerald. What is Cal Fitzgerald's type?
Cal is also a speaker.
Also a speaker. So really, then exactly the same. The only question is, how did you distribute your points?
Pretty hard into intellect. I boosted speed a little bit, and I think maybe one or 2 into body. So he wasn't completely malnourished, but
You're not a complete flake. You're,
Yeah.
you're a special snowflake, but you're not a snowflake. Got it. So 2 hard intellect characters. That's exciting. Let's go round next then to Kat, and with X. What is X type?
X type is an adept, but I chose the flavor for tech, which allows you to one-on-one substitute abilities with out of the adept. So, and actually, instead of taking any of the adept abilities, my abilities are all out of the tech.
Okay, so you're hardcore tech.
I am hardcore tech. Yes.
Interesting. And let's. I'm just going to quickly flick back to Cal because there's something that we forgot to touch on. You said that you went speaker, right, with all the intellect things, or it might be in your description or focus. Actually, is it in your description or focus? Will we get to it in a minute? Am I jumping the gun?
Say it one more time.
The thing with emotions and stuff, is that in your description or focus?
That is in focus.
I'm jumping the gun. Ignore me.
Yeah.
Let's go back to X. X. Let's go through the adept type.
Okay.
I'm just
The adept type is basically the wizards, very intellect oriented, and the flavors. There's several of them, and again, the tech one fit the character idea that I had. So I kind of just did a straight one-on-one substitution with all of those. And flavors just let you customize. There's like stealth and combat and a few others. Really liked the way tech fit in with what I wanted to do. So everything is in intellect.
Fantastic.
Because essentially what they'll see is a hologram. I have a little mechanical drone body that has some might. It's pretty quick as far as dodging attacks, but everything is intellect. Almost everything is intellect.
Fantastic. And so you put all of your pool points into intellect as well?
Not all of them. I put a few of them into speed, just to give myself some quickness for my mechanical body, because if my mechanical body gets taken out, then all I am is a static hologram. Although I can still do everything with my mind.
Yeah.
I can't move.
Fantastic. And you also have an intellect edge, making edge abilities easier. So far we have 3 strong intellect characters. Why don't we come up last to Osiris? Alex, what is Osiris's character type?
Well, just breaking the mold entirely, I've gone with an intellect heavy complete weakling who is also an adept, who's taken some of the tech skills.
Okay.
Yes.
So we have 2 techno wizards / neuromancers.
Yep.
And well, we'll get to the rest. Okay. So next then is your descriptor. Let's go through our descriptors. This time let's start with Kat.
So my descriptor is artificial intelligence, which is located under the science fiction section. Let me pull up that page real quick so I can.
I'm getting there as well. I found Build's robots. That's not
It's
it.
258.
258.
Yeah. You are a machine, not just a sentient machine, but a sapient one. Your awareness might make you an exception, or there could be many like you. Characters have machine minds of one type or another. It could be an advanced computer brain or a liquid computer, a quantum computer, or just a network of smart dust particles. They actually live in the matrix, I guess, if you want to put it that way, or whatever passes for the internet, what ties everything together. They don't have one particular place that they exist. They exist kind of everywhere.
Fantastic. So not only do you have an intellect pool, a might pool increases, you also get an armor increase. For the first time we get armor. Armor absorbs some of the damage that you may take. So if an attack was to hit X, they actually have a little bit of armor to reduce that damage.
Because I have a machine body that protects my brain.
Yeah. Beautiful. Which way should we go around this time? Let's go to Grant next. What's your descriptor?
I am appealing.
We know, but what's your descriptor?
I'm attractive to others, but perhaps more important, likable and charismatic. I've got that special something that draws others to me. I know often just the right thing to say or make someone laugh, to put them at ease or to spur them into action. People like me, they want to help me, and they want to be my friend.
Okay. Fantastic. So you're resistant to charm, so you are trained in resisting charm effects. You also gain an intellect increase. And trained in pleasant social interactions. That's important. We'll go through a slight tutorial in a bit where we talk about training and stuff. But essentially these skills, when it says you are trained, you should have in the skill box in the center where it says intellect skills, you should have social interactions in there with a T next to it to symbolize that you are trained. Fantastic. This is going to be the most interesting tutorial I've ever done, by the way, with all intellect pie. That's beautiful. Next around, we have Jay. What's your script, please?
I would just like to point out to everyone that none of us have spoken to each other about the characters that we're making before we made these characters, because mine is also appealing.
Right. Okay.
It fit with the type of character that I was trying to make. So...
Okay. Well, we'll see. If we are concerned that there may be a problem, let me know. Otherwise, we will for now progress. We got it sorted. We've got it shorted.
We've got a plan.
Okay, cool. So you're also appealing. Another intellect boost. Also trained in certain things. Also, what was it? Resistant to charms. No weaknesses for that character sheet. That's interesting.
Yeah, why have one appealing speaker when you can have two?
Why have exactly? Alex, break the mold.
I have. I'm inquisitive.
Okay.
So inquisitive, page 78, or 76 if you're actually paying attention to the page numbers. So inquisitive is.
My God, another increase to your intellect pool.
It's a massive increase as well.
Same as X.
Yeah, so I get the ability smart, which is +4 intellect. I get skills that make everything easier to learn, and I automatically become trained in new things, which is horribly broken, but never mind. I have a skill that makes studying the world easier, so I'm automatically trained in geography and history.
Yes.
However, I do have some flaws. So because of my attention to detail, I actually get absorbed in things and don't necessarily pay quite so much attention to dangers and things like that. So initiative rolls are one step harder for me. And what's the other inability?
Notice danger.
Yeah, so noticing danger goes out the window. Oh yeah, so both of those, they are just harder for me to do, which is great.
No, it says about additional equipment. Basically, take note of what kind of equipment you should have. But I play light and loose. If you need a moderately expensive item at some point, and your character sheet says you can have a moderately expensive item, and it makes sense that you'd have it, we'll just go with it. I don't think you should start off knowing exactly what you're going to need in the game. Although there will be a shopping trip in this game. Fantastic. So, lastly then, we will go with our focus. And this time we will start with Grant.
All right. Well, Cal is a little flavored. He commands mental powers, but we've flavored that to be more like commands empathy. So it gives him the ability to communicate telepathically. We've always had the special ability that others didn't seem to share. Through practice and devotion, you've honed this unique talent so you can harness the power of your mind to perform deeds. But Cal, he doesn't use his mind so much as he uses his heart, his ability to read what's really going on with people. He may or may not use that in a less than charitable way to get through life. You know, he's a bit of a con as far as he can tell you what you really want, and once he knows that, what he
Fantastic.
does with it is, based entirely on your pleasant conversation.
So, and you have, this is a very specific piece of equipment, so I guess you would start with this, some sort of focus that rests against your forehead, giving you 1 additional point to your intellect pool that lets you channel your powers, and if you are without it, you lose 5 points from your intellect pool. Don't worry, I'm sure nothing will happen to that.
Question I did have for that, does it specifically have to be on my forehead?
I think the point of that is that it's supposed to be somewhere very obvious.
Right.
So as long as it's somewhere very obvious, I'll let you flavor it.
I was gonna on my hand, like as a ring.
Yeah, no, that's too common. Everyone wears jewelry. Not everyone wears a jewel on their head.
Right. Yeah, that's fair. Then on his chest, not like on his forehead, but like
Yeah,
something.
that'd be fine. It's we'll just make it large.
Okay.
It's very obvious. Very obvious. Something resting against his forehead. Is he the Vision? The only other thing to take note of in your focus is your minor effect suggestion and your major effect suggestion. This is what happens on a roll of 19 or 20 during the game. Make a note of them. They are just suggestions, though. We will go with whatever feels right at the time. Which round should we go this time? Let's go Jay next. Marilyn. What's Marilyn's focus?
So, Marilyn's focus is grows to towering heights. So, as I said, she's quite good at manipulating people, getting what she wants, but she has the ability to become a towering giant for short periods of time. She, at the first level, goes to roughly about 9 foot high. So, that's quite cool. She gets bonuses, 4 points in might pool, 1 to armor, and 2 to her might edge. When she does this, I don't know how often she can do it. Actually, don't know. But anyway, my freakishly large size intimidates people, and I enjoy the effects of a large. Difficulty of all intimidation tasks I attempt is decreased by 1 step. So it's basically, if my charmingness doesn't work, then I could just go tighten on them. It's good.
Nothing. What is the name of that one again?
Grows to towering heights.
Grows to towering heights. Oh,
It's on page 132.
I've got it. Yes. So I'm just looking at that. It doesn't say anything about increasing your might pool, though.
I mean, that's on the tier 1 bit. For the 1 might point.
Yes.
It
Yeah, next
spirals
page.
out of control very quickly.
1 armor and 2 to your might edge. Oh boy. Oh boy.
We
Okay.
should probably cover what edges do.
Yes. So essentially, you can use your points at any time to make things easier. So if you're trained in something, it will reduce the difficulty. Once your difficulty is set, once you've used your assets and done things and set your difficulty, you can then use your points to try and to gain, to bring the difficulty down even further, essentially. Edge makes that cheaper to do. So for example, if you had a challenge of a certain level of difficulty and you wanted it to be 1 step easier using your pool, your might pool, for example, you would have to spend 3 points. You'd have to pay 3 points out of your might pool, which is also your health, to make it easier. However, if you have an edge makes things cheaper. So if you had 1 edge in might, it would only cost you 2 points to make that 1 step easier. If you had 2 points to your edge, that would only cost you 1 point to make it 1 step easier. Edge is good. Edge is good. We'll cover that properly in the tutorial. For now, let's go to Alex. We'll get to the tutorial in a moment.
Okay. So, my focus is fuses flesh and steel. so the very, very brief, I'm paraphrasing because it's a huge block of text. At some point in your past, some of your organic parts were replaced with artificial components. You're essentially a cyborg. You could be part of a secret race of biomechanical hybrids, which I'm not.
Spoilers.
Yeah, I'm not a synth.
Or is he?
I'm not. Yeah, so it gives me a few interesting enhancements. I got. Where is it? See, I'm even reading it and I can't find it.
What is it you're looking for, sorry?
Right. So I have a connection with one of the party whereby. Which one was it? Which one did I pick? Pick one of the PCs who also has mechanical parts, which obviously is going to be X. We have we're just two of a kind. The two of us have bonded over conversation, and we feel a special connection. I get an additional starting equipment of light tools and parts and things with the ability to repair myself, because I can't be repaired or healed using standard means due to the bionic and cybernetic enhancements. I gain 1 to armor, 3 to might, 3 to speed. I get special healing, which is quite lengthy, and we're probably not going to get into that. And I have some interesting minor and major effects. So the minor effect is whenever I complete a successful action, and a minor effect is granted, I gain +1 to bonus on similar actions from that point on. Essentially, as the mechanical parts in me learn the responses to certain things. And then the major effect is I can discharge a small pulse of power from one of my cybernetic limbs, which does 4 points of electrical damage.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, this is beautiful.
It's lovely.
This is fantastic. Essentially, what we're telling me is as well is that we've got 4 characters, all of whom have low might pools, everyone very high intellect, and 2 of you can't heal normally.
Yes.
Good.
TPK. TP.
This might be the week, folks. This might be the week. I'll try not to. I just said we were going on a shopping trip, but at this point, one of them could stub their toe. Lastly, but most certainly not leastly, Kat, tell us all about X.
X works the system. X literally works from the inside. Knocked around a lot, run afoul of the law a few times, but it's kind of hard to arrest something that doesn't have a physical body. Managed to stay out of jail. There's not a whole lot to working this system as far as bonuses and that. A lot of that came up under my descriptor. So what I am is I have a connection. Why did you do that, computer? Wish I wouldn't. The connection I chose for the PCs or to one of the other players is that I made a legal issue, criminal record, something like that, just disappear for them. Maybe for the lulz, didn't know who it was at the time, ran into him later. Maybe I was looking for an in to get in with them. But that's my connection. Minor effect. I get to learn something useful, unexpected, but useful. Major effect is I can immediately take a second action during this turn. And since everything is about playing with the machines, that kind of becomes fun.
And that tier 1 skill, hack the impossible.
Yes, I can persuade automatons, machines, and computers to do my bidding. I can discover an encrypted password, break through security on a website. I can turn off a machine like a surveillance camera or disable a robot with a moment's worth of fiddling. Basically, I'm Professor X with anything that's a computer.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is going to be great. Okay, so let's go through a tutorial dungeon. This is a very simple dungeon. It is made up of simply rooms and doors. I would like everyone to roll me an initiative roll, please. Should be over in your skills. Just click the badly portrayed dice on the left, and we will get some initiative rolls in chat. I should go with booklet, really. Oh boy.
I can't find it again.
It should be
I couldn't
skills.
find it last time either.
Skills right in the middle.
Middle column, skills, might, speed, intellect. It's
Intellect.
speed.
There it is. Thank you.
What? It's in speed.
Yeah, speed skills.
Yeah, it's a
Initiative.
speed skill.
Got it.
Got it. Okay, so this week, Jay, you get to go first. In this first room, there is a door.
Oh yeah, it's in the door. Okay.
This door is unlocked. How would you like to proceed through the door?
I'm gonna turn into a giant and smash the door open.
Okay, so this is an interesting scenario, and I'm glad that we got Jay to do this because I knew this would happen. This door is difficulty 0. So
Maybe so
Jay
well.
could just walk up to the door and open it as a free action because it's difficulty 0. Difficulty 0 things automatically happen. However, if you go for some special convoluted route of trying to open the door at difficulty 0, there is an extra condition where I ask you to roll a check, and the only thing we have to avoid is a nat 1. Could you please roll me a difficulty 0 might check as a giant? A 7. So the lot of you see Marilyn. Fortunately, this room is impossibly tall.
Oh wait a minute. Is Cal standing next to me? He should be.
Sure.
Sorry, I forgot to say this. For my thing that affects another player, mine is that if Cal's next to me and I grow giant, he grows a foot as well. He doesn't know that though.
There you go. Cal also gains a foot. Although Cal, I imagine everyone would be too busy looking at your at Marilyn, who suddenly towers above everyone. Marilyn, you grow tall into this room and you may smash the door.
I'm gonna kick it.
You kick it, the door smashes off its hinges, goes flying across the room. The next room, revealed to the three of you that can see it at eye level, looks very similar to the first. Next in our initiative is X. X, in this room there is another door. The door is locked. It's a simple lock. It's a lock with a key. It's difficulty 2. You may use any approach you like to try and beat the lock. Anything using any of your skills, might, speed, any way you wish to try and beat this difficulty 2 test. Yeah, how would you like to try and open the door?
I'm going to cough on it. No. Using my enabler for machine interface. This counts as a machine?
Unfortunately, this is just a simple lock. Just an
It's just a simple lock.
everyday old
Alright.
iron gate style.
I can't pick locks. I don't do mechanical.
You could
I
try.
do have tools. I do have a bag of light tools.
Okay, so
that will pop up out of my little drone body.
okay, sure. So your approach would be you'd like to try and pick the lock.
Yes.
This would this would normally be a speed check, still difficulty 2, but you've just informed me that you have a tool. The tool will act as an asset, which means it's now only a difficulty 1 test. So why don't you make me a speed roll, and when it comes up and asks you what the difficulty is, set the difficulty at 1, and for now I don't think you want to pay any effort, so just set the effort at 0 when the effort box comes up.
Ta-da!
11 beats the difficulty 1 door. You successfully managed to pop the lock open. Who knew? It was only a single barrel. And it pops open just by you touching it. And you can open the door. Next in the initiative roll is Cal Fitzgerald. Cal, this door opens to reveal another room. Marilyn, you're still stuck in the first room. Getting through the wall is going to be difficulty 6. The next room that you see looks very similar to the previous room that you were just in. However, this door seems to be not only locked, but you can see where the light shines through. It seems to be barred on the other side. This door is a difficulty 6 challenge.
Let's see.
And just to clarify, difficulty 6 means we need to roll 18 or above.
This seems like maybe the giant 2 rooms back.
Might have been ideal for this one. Yeah, it's an important point by Alex, actually. Thank you, Alex. So the way the Cypher system works is essentially you roll your dice and times it by 3, or rather divide by 3. The difficulty represents every 3 on the dice. So 1, you need to get a 3 or higher, 2, 6 or higher. So once you get past difficulty 6 and go on to difficulty 7, it is impossible. You have to use skills or something to make it easier before it becomes possible. So this is close to being impossible.
So I would like lean into the door, like where I imagine the keyhole would be, and just, is there anyone on the other side?
Do you know what? Hell, there is.
Do they? I was like saying that through the hole.
You hear someone say, Royal Guard? No one's to pass through this door?
I would like to deceive my way through this door.
Okay, so you would like to use your intellect to try and convince this difficulty 6 person to let you through the door.
Yeah.
Do you have any abilities or skills which might make this easier?
Let's see. I do. I am trained in deceiving. And no, actually, I can also enthrall someone. Those are my 2. That would.
Does it specify that you need to be able to see them? If it does, I'm going to be impressed at my own memory. Because I shouldn't know this book yet.
Nope, as long as I continue talking.
As long as you continue talking. Good. Good, I'm also glad that means I haven't somehow memorized a book I've never really... Anyway. So, great. You can talk, you can hear, this person can hear you. You would like to use your intellect points to enthrall them, correct? How many intellect points does enthrall cost?
1 point.
1 point. And you have an intellect edge?
I do.
So this is a free ability. You convince this level 6 person... Oh, actually, they're level 6. How does this work? Enthrall. Does it auto-proc, or do you still need to make a check, I wonder? Because otherwise that would be incredibly OP if you had like a level 10 person. You can just enthrall them. Difficulty 6 to enthrall him.
Okay.
Because you've got a skill, it is 5, yes.
Okay.
Now, that is still hard. You'd have to get 15 or higher. If you would like to, you could also spend some effort to bring it down an additional level, so a 12 or higher would succeed. With your intellect edge of 1, that would only cost you 2 intellect points.
Yeah,
Yeah, you get your intellect points back at the end of the tutorial.
So that it would make it a difficulty 4, correct?
Leave it on difficulty 5. Then on the next screen, select 1 level of effort.
He's also trained in pleasantries and social interactions.
Trained in pleasantries and social interactions. That would reduce the difficulty down, but unfortunately an 8 still wouldn't beat that difficulty. However, earlier in this dungeon, you encountered a GM intrusion. A GM intrusion usually happens for free on a Nat 1 or after certain skills are played. However, sometimes I can offer you an intrusion for XP. So what I could do is I could offer you, right now you've just had a failure, I could say, I will offer you 1 XP for yourself and 1 XP to give to a friend if I can intrude on this scene and make things more difficult. I'm not saying that now. We're saying that will happen earlier. You have 1 XP. How can you use your XP? You can use it to re-roll. So that could be a viable choice, or you can leave the door up to X or someone else.
No, I think I'm gonna leave it and let X take a go at it.
Awesome. X, in reaction to Cal's mental assault as he speaks at this person, he has put the door on red alert. A shutter comes down, a metal shutter. You hear things slide and, alarms blaring. The door has gone up to a ridiculous difficulty. Difficulty 8. No one would get through this door. No one ever. How do you get through the door?
I go into the room security system or the building security system.
Oh, hang on a minute. Didn't you do... I'm very sorry, X. It's actually Osiris who is last.
Oh,
No.
sorry.
Let's backtrack. I've got no hope of opening that.
Fantastic.
I mean, I'll try, but
Yeah, Squid, come on. How does Squid try to open the door? I'm very sorry, Cat.
no, it's fine. Okay, so actually, no, I've got options. So I think I'm going to use my ability, which is Hacker. And I can spend 2 intellect, or in this case, 1 intellect, because I have an intellect edge, which gains me immediate access to a computer or similar device.
Mm-hmm.
I can do whatever I like. So I'm just going to unlock the door.
You can gain computer access, and you release the releasable computer aspects, the parts that the computer can control. It will reduce the difficulty by 1 point.
Lovely. Okay.
You are now difficulty 7.
So we have a door with a standard mechanical lock and bars the other side.
Yes.
And the person the other side of that.
And a person, yes.
Okay, so for those of you that watched last week, you'll probably remember this. However, my character has the ability Shatter. It's the one that, it's that one, Jay, yeah. So essentially, I can just make things explode. Just like that. Just explode. Because apparently that's the thing. So again, I can spend 1 intellect point and I make whatever I fancy, as long as it's within short range, explode. As long as it's not particularly complex. So the door itself, I could just make explode. And I will.
And how much damage does everyone in the room take with you from this?
Oh, just 1.
Just 1. So everyone would take 1 point of damage.
Not me. I'm still stuck in the first
You're still
room.
stuck at the back. X has 1 point of armor, so X also wouldn't take any damage as the stuff hits her shell. Does Cal have any armor, or was that Squid?
Yeah, it's me. I've got 1 armor.
So this shrapnel erupts from the door, and the only person affected is poor Cal. Alex, stop picking on the newbie. The door partially opens, the bars part way, so now it is only difficulty 6.
Okay. Well, I guess I'll try and I'll try and open the bars. I haven't really got a lot to do with that, so it's just going to be a straight roll. That's
Okay.
not gonna work, is it?
Well, difficulty 6 is currently impossible. No, wait. It's currently very nearly impossible.
Yeah.
But you do have a lot of effort. You are a fresh character, and this is only a tutorial.
That is true. Okay, I will try and force the door open using my worst stat.
Okay. You're going to force the door open. It's difficulty 6.
Okay, that's fine. So, all right, and we'll do that. So, effort. I would like to spend some points and go for 1 level of effort.
1 level of effort. Okay. So that will reduce your might pool by 3 because you don't have an edge, right?
That is correct.
There you go.
Oh, where's it gone? Where's my box gone? There it is. So that one and 6. Well, that happened.
That did happen. That beats a difficulty of 1. We'll say you've got an XP if you want to go for a reroll. You could use your XP. Or, for 1 XP for yourself and 1 XP for a friend, I would like to intrude.
You may.
Brilliant. My intrusion is let's get the bloody game started. We're gonna...
Just a quick question. Is
Yeah,
there
sure.
some way I could have wanted to, is there some way if I had XP I could intrude and say, I would like to help him. I have a skill or an ability that would help.
Player intrusions are also a thing. They cost 2 XP.
Okay.
So the same way that I can say, actually, this is what happens for gifting you guys 2 XP, you can pay me 2 XP to do a very similar thing. If you have a good narrative idea, and we'll roll with it.
Okay.
It's the same thing though. It's the offer. It's the I would like to make a player intrusion. Can I pay you to do it? Very, very, very. Yeah. You can also help each other as long as it's not a too many cooks situation. You can become an asset to another person. So if you're trying to rip something down and 2 hands would be better than 1, that makes sense. You would get it would become down a difficulty point. However, if you've got 6 people trying to stir 1 pot, that would put the difficulty up 1 point. You're all together. How do you all know each other? Why are you all together? Open floor.
So we had a very brief discussion on this just before the stream started, and although it's probably a really bad idea, we are a band of mercenaries. Not very good ones. However, we have collectively never been caught for
Because
any.
we're really smart.
Exactly. We know how to get out of the way and not draw too much attention to ourselves.
Squid and I have worked together a few times when they need literally an inside person.
Yeah. And then we recruited these two to act as the cannon fodder.
I don't know about the rest
Our
of you.
faces. They were our faces because,
that's right.
I mean, you have cyborg and hologram.
And we're appealing.
Yeah, no.
Yes.
They are both appealing. That was actually maybe perhaps a part of the requirements for the job application. Must be appealing, preferably an appealing speaker. Okay, so first of all, what I'm seeing when you describe this intelligent group of people who haven't got taught, intelligent criminals, my brain's gone straight to Lockstock, the drug growers. That's how I see your characters, and no one can change that now. However, where would you be when you receive a mission?
At the pub.
Of course, waiting for it all to blow over.
Yes.
Do you have a group name?
No. We're too secret for that.
We go by many names.
So unfortunately, they just default to your individual names. You get a transmission come through. It's kind of voice changer. I don't have a voice changer though, so I'm just going to manually do it. Squid X. Marilyn, Cal. Mission incoming, mission incoming. Get to a quiet place.
X is in one of the, they've got one of the video poker machines. And X is actually in the video poker machine screwing with people.
Cheating.
Let's say, who's got the like transmitter thing? Because Marilyn's at the bar charming people to get free drinks.
I'm gonna go out on a limb and say it's probably me. I'm handling communications.
Yeah.
So I'll wander around and hand a little earpiece to everybody.
I've got a comm and a smartphone, so yeah, it's just a straight email.
Great.
DM. It's a DM. I get a direct message.
Yeah, we'll say that as a machine, you can hear a DM if you want to, rather than having to read it. How does a machine read a DM? Anyway, that's asking complicated questions. Like birds that talk, do they actually understand what they're saying, or are they just... Anyway, my brain goes funny places, I'm sorry. The message is as follows. High pay, high stakes job. 5 billion credits. Cyber social assassination. There is a massive gala being held. They would like you to sneak into the gala, get hold of a key influencer's device and hack it and completely remove him from the network, from social media.
We're gonna make somebody disappear.
Digitally.
Yes. I love it.
Easy.
No ID, no nothing. They can't act. Oh, yes.
We're gonna ruin someone's day.
We're gonna ruin somebody's life.
Amazing. So Squid's gonna finish his drink, stand up, and go, "This is it. This is our break."
The email comes with an addendum. We expect at least 200,000 credits to go on outfits and equipment.
I can spend that, no problem.
Might need to borrow that off someone.
It comes with a deposit of 200,000 credits.
You hear, ding, it's in the account.
Perfect.
That seems very easily done. I think I could spend that on my outfit alone. But how are we gonna get little old you in there, X? I imagine a gala of that variety is gonna have security.
Cat, you muted.
I am security. I am a security bot. I am a little drone. I am a walking drone. Looks out, has a camera, patrolling.
I could probably jerry-rig some, I don't know, like boosters or something.
Ooh,
Some sort of, flight equipment.
that could be good. That could be good.
Yeah, I mean, she's got money that we need to spend on something because I don't think she's wearing pretty dresses.
I was gonna say X can look like anything they want, and then the drone unit will just I'll make it fly somehow.
Well, X is a hologram projected by the drone unit. When
Oh, okay.
yeah,
Maybe we can buy, like,
if you
hologram
see
clothes.
X, they're a hologram.
All right. Well,
Yes!
let's see what we can do. Let's gather some equipment. I think we should leave the pub.
And where do you head?
Well, as part of my background, I know a local tech vendor very, very well. We're very good friends. They offer discounts and generally special treatment because I keep bringing them so much business. They're the ones that fitted my arms and things like that. So I think we should head there.
Party. That's the suggestion. Yeah. How do you respond?
Sorry, I was reading.
I was gonna say, X is the whoever was playing the video poker. All of a sudden, just hit a royal flush, but it didn't send them anything. And the little drone body that's been sitting in the corner kind of wakes up and is following behind a hologram of a person as they walk over to Squid. Let's go shopping.
Excellent.
Fantastic.
Gesturing over to our two slightly more social characters. Should we go? I mean, I've got money, and it's pretty much burning a hole in my pocket right now.
Yeah, I think if you guys need to do your tech, we can do that, and then we're gonna need digs if we're getting into a big gala-like event. So that, and then clothes shopping. That's where I want to go.
Let's do it.
All right.
Marilyn's just gonna leave with the guy's drink. Just go walk off. She's got better things to do now, thanks.
Okay.
Squid, how do you jack in to the system?
A series of cables, generally.
One of the items that we can get you would be a wrist computer.
Oh, that's a good idea. That's a very good idea.
My drone has a built-in laptop, so I'm assuming that there's, a lot of times you would just be using that.
Yeah.
But it sounds to me like for this, if we get you a wrist computer.
Yeah, brilliant.
I'm assuming there's like a shopping place. Like a mall kind of place or something.
I mean, we'd probably go there for like high-end tech gear and all of the outfits and things, whereas the chap that I'm quite good friends with is kind of like a back alley guy. It's a bit shady. So
okay, yeah, well, you can head to go and see him. That's go heading down the back alleys. It's dark. This world is full of neon lights, and it's sort of like a neo. Where are we? Where would you say we are? America, England? It's a neo cyberpunk version of that place, where drain pipes are replaced with neon power lines and that sort of thing. So, where would you say we are?
Let's go with London. America's done.
America's been so done.
It's done here.
yeah, I mean, London's already ticked the seedy bit, so that's fine. Okay.
Yeah.
Neo London.
Camden. Be a good place for some like cyberpunky. It's already punk.
Oh, in that case, the drone body is going to stay in a secure spot. He's going to stay at the bar, and various like projectors. There's always cameras and projectors. Projectors will project the hologram walking with the group.
Beautiful. So, yeah, the shop is playing some music, trying to shrug off the shady thing and attract some more custom. Osiris, describe this NPC for me. Or actually, even better, I've just realised I've got a new NPC deck. Which is great. Todd Moyer, a sickly looking individual known as Tev. No one knows why. He looks exhausted, but is distinctly focused on a console at the moment.
Okay. We're just gonna sort of wander in. Hey, guess who's back? And this time I've got money, and it's mine.
Hey, and we're in
That's
England,
time for
right?
everything.
We're in
Yeah.
England.
Osiris, you're back! Welcome back! Let's get you some more of your... What do you need?
Well, this time. We have a bit of a job. And it's quite a high-profile thing. We're going to need remote microphones. We're going to need some sort of portable surveillance equipment. We're going to need something that's a distraction. And have you got any jetpacks?
Well, jetpacks, that's more like... You mean like James Bond from that old movie, what, nearly 100 years ago?
Yeah, just smaller scale. I'm trying to retrofit a drone.
Oh, okay.
Just
So it's not for
standard,
human
like,
contact, because the problem with the jetpack originally was that it did pretty much burn up anyone that used it.
That's
But
less of an issue.
less of an issue. All right. Well, yeah, sure. I can probably sort that out for you. All right. Well, that's good. Yeah. You probably think a little bit small though. You want to come and get some of our really high tech stuff? I've got a new underground bit. That's why we're the radio stops and it picks up again. I've got a new underground department, so I can be more legal up top and illegal down bottom. Do you want to come downstairs and see my dungeon?
I think I do.
Well, come on, then.
And he starts walking away.
It's a good thing that my lungs are bionic.
I wish my lungs
The
were bionic
hologram's
after that.
with you.
I did that a bit too realistically.
It's gonna turn to Cyrus and be like, so how do you know him?
We go way back. These are his handiwork. Handiwork, yeah.
Yeah, you remember that little criminal record that I took care of for you? It was his. That's how he's able to go a little bit more legit.
Yeah.
We've kind of cleaned things up for him.
I really appreciate all that business, by the way. You really helped me out.
Oh, I'm sure you're going to appreciate it by giving us a discount.
Oh, I always give all the Cyrus here a discount every time. All right, let's head downstairs, and we can look at my new projects. What do we have? What do we have down here? We've got some things available. Got some new healing stuff. Something for an underwater mission, maybe, or space mission. Maybe stealth as well. Who knows? Something for someone to help persuade people. These are all the latest thing, by the way. Mental implants. You can just plug them straight in. Works a man or machine. Plug them straight in, and it will enhance your abilities.
That's got potential. Does it hurt?
Oh yes.
No pain, no gain.
Wouldn't be fun if it didn't hurt a little bit, right?
That's what you said when you cut my arm off. I mean,
But it was fun, right?
Not so much. I mean, I think it was fun for you.
You don't like having robotic arms?
Oh no, they're great. They're great. Don't take them away, please.
So they are fun.
Yes.
Right, good.
And sort of turning to the rest of the group. Sorry, he's a little weird. Very weird.
Okay, everyone, come on, stand on this platform with me. Come on. Everyone group in.
And if and when you all group on the platform, he takes one of those loading bay things and starts pressing the down button. And it's an incredibly slow descent down into the dungeon.
The
Takes about-
hologram stands there, watches it go down, and then we'll be standing at the base when they get there.
It's painful. It's painful. You can be browsing whilst this thing's coming down. It takes about a solid 2 minutes. It may not sound like a long time.
To do a few accounts.
Do you not have any faster way of getting down?
What, you mean like stairs?
Sure. I mean, you could build like robotic hands.
Yeah, but that's not cool, is it? Look, that's really cool, that is, and fun. You get to stand on a platform and it moves all by itself.
Okay.
It just seems like someone as technologically gifted as you would have an elevator with it.
Well, this is an elevator. It's...
Well, yeah, but you know, we're still standing on it. We're going one floor down.
Well, it does also power my lathe.
Your what?
My lathe is my device for making things. It's not mine. I didn't patent it. It's someone else patented it. Probably Cincinnati or someone like that. I don't know. It's age-old design.
You think I read about that in history books?
Downstairs, things get a bit more underground. You may take your pick of the items. You can see. I hope you guys can see the green cards.
Yes.
I'll actually throw in another couple. Actually, you get to
card?
shop. The green cards in the Roll20. You may
Oh.
decide what these items are like. As long as they still have the same effect, you may purchase them. Whilst you have a quick moment to digest, someone keep talking. I'm going to be right back. That sneeze actually messed me up a little bit. Right back.
Okay, so,
People viewing, we have a few different things that we can choose from. I'm moving them. Is that moving them for everyone else as well?
Yes.
I was just trying to line them up so I could read them.
I know, that's what I was trying to do too.
So, chat, we have Healing Insight. See the best way to help an injured friend. Difficulty of helping decreased by 1 step. That's good if you actually want to help people. No impediments. You think of how best to navigate or use your surroundings to move quickly. The difficulty of any speed-based tasks is decreased by 1 step. That'd be quite handy, actually.
Yep.
Like, is there more than one of these things, or do we all have to pick a different one?
I don't know.
That's a very good question. I will ask, how many ciphers can each of you carry? I imagine you can all carry 3, aren't you? Because you're all bloody cyber wizards and.
I think mine's only 2, actually.
Yeah.
I can carry 3.
Yeah, I've got 3.
I got 2.
3, 3, 2, 2. Okay, so you can carry up to 2 of these, and obviously you can carry up to 3 of them.
I'm going to take mechanical intuition.
Snap.
Oratory. Is that how you say it?
Oratory, yeah.
Yeah.
Did you say we could each take the same ones, or we have to pick from this?
You have to pick. You can literally, I think you can drag that onto your character.
Oh, can you?
No, you can't.
No,
Let's see if I
But
can.
I can. Yeah. If you right click it, you can take the card.
Yeah, but then it's not there.
There's not there, yeah.
Yes, that's because you've taken it.
Oh, I see.
Ah.
See on your tile now. It's where your name is.
Right. Okay. Yeah. So I will take. I'll take this one.
What did you take?
So I have taken.
I don't mean mechanically. I mean, what is it? What is the device?
No, that's fine. So healing insight. You see, the best way to help an injured friend. The difficulty of any healing task is decreased by 1 step.
Okay.
Where did it go?
It goes into your little inventory bit. That's really cool, actually.
Oh yeah, I can see it. Ah. God, this system's so good, isn't it? There's so many things you can do with it.
I know, but Alex, we know what
Yes.
it does. What is the device? What do you find? What is it that does
I
this?
see. So it is. It's like an auto surgical kit, a little sort of medical kit that unfolds and has a series of little robotic arms that administer sutures and some sort of painkiller, that sort of thing. Obviously, it's going to be completely useless on me and X, but
You're looking out for your party members.
that's right.
How
That's
noble!
right.
How noble!
I need them alive. I need to get paid.
Okay. Would anyone else like to take something?
I have. I took oratory. Now I feel bad because now Cal can't have it. But it's fine now. I can't put it down apparently. So it says, you see a way to influence many at once. The difficulty in any interaction task is made to influence or persuade more than one person or creature is decreased by 1 step. So my item is going to be kind of like a necklace, but with a very big fancy looking kind of gem, the kind that you walk past and you see that jewelry and everyone just stops and stares at it.
So you have a gem that looks incredibly like Cal's gem that he is
Yeah, I
wearing.
just thought that, yeah.
Could your characters become any more similar? Muted
We're
Cal.
friends.
Okay, I still can't figure out how to drag this onto my sheet.
Sorry.
If you right click it, you can go take a card.
Ah, there we go.
Yeah, no, drag was me giving out a red herring.
Okay. I've taken no impediments.
Okay, cool.
Basically, I have wheels.
Mm-hmm.
And it's even has and it has a big red button that says nitro. Actually, that's what it is. It's a big red button that says nitro that is now on my drone.
Okay. It's the big red button. You've installed a big red button that says Nitro. Fantastic. So what does Cal take?
What's it called? It was like No Fear, I think is what it was called. Let me check. Not Afraid. And so reduces the difficulty of any task resisting fear, and it's like just like a little inhaler, and you just like a one-shot inhaler that like tamps down adrenaline. Yeah.
Fantastic. Yeah, perfect. So with that then, this little man, Tev. Well, if you're all happy with them, we'll give you a massive discount on all of those, obviously. Why don't you come through to the next room? The next room is all about suits and outfits. I've had a tailor come in, actually. We've been doing quite a lot of expansion down here. That big job what you came in with last time. Anyway,
We
he's...
don't talk about last time.
No, what do you mean last time? What last time? Sorry.
Exactly.
There's some more things. Look at the more things. Why don't you take something else? So far, your account is up to about, it would normally be 100,000 for those highly illegal, highly difficult parts to get. But since you're friends, I will call you 60k. That's reasonable. Your silence is worrying. Don't you think that's reasonable?
40% discount.
How much did they put in our account?
200,000.
200. It'll do. It'll do.
Reasonable.
Good.
I'm sure you can do better though.
Well, we'll see. We'll get the suits and everything, and then we'll see what sort of discount we can give out at the end. Some lovely equipment in here. Oh, I see Marilyn's already picked something.
Yes, she has. Very decisive.
What did Marilyn pick?
They've got to tell. You can see it in their eyes. The difficulty of any task involving determining motive or seeing through deception is decreased by 1 step. No getting past Marilyn.
Would anyone be opposed if I took the feeling good? Because I think I'm the squishiest.
Yeah, go for that.
Do it.
So what does this outfit look like when you take the feeling good outfit?
Well, it's definitely. Oh, what does it look like? It's very flowy. It's a little too much. There's a lot of like bright oranges to it, and it matches really well with the jewel. It kind of like sticks out. And Cal is like in the mirror, just kind of like messing with his hair, putting the thing on, trying it on.
Oh,
Proper, like, hippie flair vibe going on there.
Love it.
Yeah.
and that essentially makes the difficulty of any might test 1 step easier.
I'd like to go for nimble fingers. Feeling tricksy. The difficulty of any pickpocketing or sleight of hand task is decreased by 1 step. So it is a set of replacement hands. So rather than just your standard 5 digits on each, instead they are very, very similar to, for any of you that have seen it, Ghost in the Shell, and pretty much anything cyberpunky, but all of the digits split out into 2 or 3 micro digits or claws that I can either use to type or, very, very quickly and delicately grasp at things.
Fantastic. Well, yeah, you can certainly have that and take the nimble fingers thing.
Love it.
Maybe I can help you there, X. Perhaps you would like to break things, or maybe you would like to blend in easier.
I like being in control. I think I need racing stripes.
Yes, of course. Red paint job and racing stripes.
Let's keep it a tasteful pinstripe.
Oh yes, of course. Yeah, sorry, I got confused. I remember someone once told me that red things go faster. Pinstripe, lovely. That'll make you look awfully nice. I'll upload that now.
If you're moving fast enough, it'll actually look blue.
He gets confused at that.
Sorry.
Right, well, that's everything. Someone left these while you were here. It just came in through my comm unit. That's the wrong chat box. That's not going to do anything. I need to find the Roll20 chat box. Here it is. One was for you, Cal, and the other was for you, Marilyn. Can you both please roll me a D100? It seems to be some sort of energy drink or something.
I love the potion so much. I might not love it this time, especially when you laugh like that.
I don't know what you mean. What? That was an innocent laugh. That was just oh.
Well done.
Might not be a good
Or
thing,
not.
Cal.
Well, we'll soon find out.
You won't find out till you drink it.
Yeah, you don't find out till you drink it.
Well, we won't be doing that anytime soon. Just take it, put it in his, I don't know, whatever. We'll do this in privacy.
It's 100. It's probably good.
Oh.
Well.
Oh, it's good.
He looks so happy.
Me? No, never. But if you're ready, in the second room, by the way, you can see some stairs at the back of the room. If we're ready, shall we head back up? We just need to go back through to the other room and on the elevator.
Yeah. Let's go upstairs. And Marilyn just walks up the stairs.
You can't just walk up the stairs. What are you doing?
I'm just gonna give him a really charming smile.
X blinks out. He'll be upstairs waiting. He'll be upstairs waiting.
So, Scrat, I'm wondering what if I were focusing on Tev, am I picking anything up on him? Like any feelings from him? Because he seems shifty and he seems nervous, and I don't know if that's just how he is, or if there's stuff we can use to leverage.
He is shifty. He is probably a little nervous. 4 assassins just walked into his mercenaries just walked into his store and he's selling them stuff. But he also knows that he is steadily becoming the go-to person to come to this sort of black market illegal stuff for. So the overriding emotion you get from him, being that he is in the process of rapidly increasing his business, is just tiredness. He's exhausted. Almost too exhausted to really much care about being nervous and excited. The nerves and excitement are still there because he knows he's about to get a massive payout and he's also scared of you. But he's also just putting on a show. You can tell that although he's very happy to have you and everything, he's putting on a show.
I feel bad. I can't. I like. It just seems like he's working so hard. I don't want to. But money is money.
Well, he'll raise his bank account and transfer it all to us anyway. It'll be fine.
There you go.
I could, guys. Just gonna say, I can erase memories. I can make him forget the last 5 minutes and have no idea that he told us anything at all.
We could bankrupt him if we wanted to.
Just keep doing that over and over again. I've got something downstairs. Oh, it's completely empty. I'm sure I had some stock in here somewhere.
Poor guy.
We only do it when necessary. Or when we're bored. Or when X is bored and needs a laugh.
Okay, so I'm assuming we're going to head back upstairs either via the stairs or...
I'm already halfway up the stairs.
So, yeah, the lift. Or it's actually like a spring and it just flies straight back up really quick.
No, he goes back to the lift and he stands on it. He waits to see if any of you join him.
I would join him and like put an awkward arm around his shoulder. Like, so, we're riding this again.
Yes, this is actually one of the most fun things in the shop at the minute. And he starts pressing the up button, assuming no one else is joining. And the rest of you will be waiting upstairs for about 2 minutes as Cal and Tev, the lift slowly comes up, and he just looks at you and just maintains eye contact. Like, he's nice, isn't it?
Oh, I the whole time I do not break eye contact with him whatsoever. Just smiling, nodding.
It's too awkward, but it's also become like a challenge now. Neither of you want to look away. Hell, after a moment with your arm on his shoulder, he tentatively puts an arm on your waist.
I mean, yeah, we can dance.
We can dance if you want to. We can leave your friends upstairs.
X is recording this on the cameras. They've tapped into the security cameras. They're recording this. It will be played back at a suitable time.
Anyway, enough of that. I've got a business to run. It's very flattering, but come on now. The lift's finished. I nearly didn't even see it. All right. Now then, let's go to the front desk, everyone. Let's see. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think that I'd usually come to the full suit with the pinstripe as well. Oh, it's very nice, Mike. That I'd usually come to around 500,000. I already said I'll give you a discount on the stuff for the first bit. Let's see if we can give you an even bigger discount. Let's go down to 300,000.
No. 150.
150? I'm trying to run a business here. That's nearly cost price.
You can't run a business from prison, can you?
Yes, but you also know that you wouldn't dob me in because everyone that I also know would also suspect that you would dob them in. Security.
Is that what you think?
He looks nervous for a second.
Yes.
I would not underestimate her. She is quite good. I mean, look, I'll put it to you this way. When this program decides that it's going to ruin your life, look, there's a reason people call us. See, X gets in, gets out. X is never there.
But then you also can't get any of this specialist equipment anymore. No one else can take over my business just like that, you know? It's only me that runs it.
Well, and you see, that's why I'm on your side here. Give us this extra discount this time, and we're making it big. This job, we'll come back. We'll spend even more at price.
I tell you what. Especially since we shared a moment on the elevator. I'll drop another 50k. We'll go 250,000.
X?
That's reasonable, isn't it? Isn't that reasonable?
X? What do you think, my dear?
50k is 50k. We're not talking a week's shopping here.
Oh, no. I understand entirely.
Now, whose account is it coming out? Oh, X, they're silent. Flickers. 250 it is. And X just manipulated a few things, and there's an extra 100k in their account.
Okay. I will hold on to that for now. Good to know. Good to know.
Alright, so usual things then, I guess. You didn't get those items here. You don't know me or anything about me. You came to this shop today to buy, he looks around, some postcards that he puts on the desk, and jerky. There you go, some lovely neon beef jerky. It's the latest thing, it glows. That's what you came here to buy today. You specifically wanted it. I'm the only stockist in 10 miles. Lovely to see you, except I didn't.
I've wiped the security cameras. Except for the one bit that I downloaded.
And then I guess we're walking off.
Okay, well, I'll see you later. Nice to see you.
There's like at the door, I like just kind of turn back and look, and then walk out.
Okay, so you may proceed. How do you proceed? You do have some intel about the event later. It's mostly a large hall. He uses proxy devices, which will not be enough. You won't be able to steal the device from his person. Most of his device is kept under lock and key out the back, according to the information. Although no one's been able to get back there to discover what exactly the defenses are.
Okay, so I think the approach that we want to go with is X and I can obtain some credentials for Marilyn and Cal, and they can sort of take the main approach to infiltrate. I'll probably do a bit of sneaky trying to get in, and then we'll go from there.
Jay, you were muted and I couldn't hear you through the new directional microphone. It sounds so good. It's not T-mic, it's definitely mute mic.
I muted my headset on the little switch by accident.
Got you.
I said we are very charming. Also, while they're assumedly they're discussing what our game plan is, you know, Marilyn's more kind of, you know, she'll go and she'll charm her way through it. So while they're talking, she's gonna get bored and start drinking this random drink that she happens to have. Do I want to know what happens?
Well, it's sort of blue and chunky,
Grim.
and it tastes like pine needles.
I could think of worse things. That's not too bad.
As soon as you digest it, your body immediately takes a gaseous form.
How cool is that? Can I just float about?
Essentially, yeah. You're not like X. You're not a hologram. You are you're a vapor. You may become like a ghost, but not a ghost in the shell.
That's cool. I like that. Can I go through people?
Yeah.
They might do, but like they might feel really cold when I go through them. I just want to do that cool spirit thing where you're like, woo.
Do you do that?
Yeah.
Who do you do it to?
Cow.
Cal, you see Marilyn become gaseous, and then immediately start moving towards you, like has a moment of wonder, and then her eyes just fix on you, and she just starts moving towards you in gaseous form.
Well, I guess we're doing this.
Cal, for you, it just feels like going through like a misty shower. Marilyn, for you, it feels like for a moment you are wearing, like you've put something. It's like you've got something inside you. You can feel like. You can feel you're very aware of Cal, and it's more creepy feeling than anything else.
I'm not gonna do that again.
It feels a little trying to think of the word. You know, when you eat something that you don't realize you ate, and suddenly you're like, oh, I ate that. That's what it feels like.
Yeah, Marilyn's not okay with that. She's just gonna kind of glare at Cow as she walks back away from him.
It's not my fault.
If I go giant in gas form, will I just be a giant gas person?
I guess.
We can start calling you Jupiter. Yes, you're going to get all the science jokes tonight, people.
I see. We've made the intellect group the outlet for science jokes. Awesome. I'm here for it.
I love it. Right, we should find out where we're going. Or where it is. Maybe get a scope of the building. I mean, I'm at gas now. I can scope it out brilliantly and just float about.
I want to write a couple of... Go ahead.
No, go.
I was going to say, I've got computer programming. I can, I know several computer languages and can and know internet protocol real well. I'm fluent in it. I would like to write a few programs, put them on thumb drives.
Mhm.
And basically what they are override programs.
Yeah, sure. So what we'll say is we'll say that the thumb drives are the cheap items that your character was allowed on startup.
Okay.
And you have just created an asset for overriding systems. You will now be able to reduce the difficulty of overriding systems by 1 point.
All right. And I'm actually going to give 2 of them to Squid.
Awesome. I'll take those.
Is this just like in the street, or do you guys have like a bat cave or something that you head back to?
Well,
I want a bat cave.
I can do this through my drone, but yeah, wherever would
I
be
was gonna
best.
say, I have
With a bar.
Yes.
No, are we at the bar again?
We have a bat cave with a bar.
Oh, I see.
This is like my childhood dream. Do not ruin this for me.
Neon bat cave with a bar.
Yes.
As you do. Well, it's better than my apartment. That's a basement apartment with no windows.
I picture you as a basement apartment kind of guy, actually. Basement dweller.
Quite sure how to take that, considering we live together.
Are you referring to Osiris or Alex?
Osiris. I already know Alex's. It's fine.
Called out.
Triggered. Anywho, yes. So I will take the flash drives, and I will. I'll keep one in each of my arms, as you do.
Mhm.
So I think I would like to find my character sheet. Whoop, there it is.
Oh, you've gone all bright.
I know. Sorry.
Sorry.
Oh.
I'd like to find my character sheet. Oh.
I mean, I might have min-maxed a little bit. Anyway, so I would like to use some sort of, I don't know, computer-related skill to try and obtain some genuine credentials for Marilyn and Cal, and then just do a bit of, Photoshop wizardry to change the digital IDs to their images, and then kind of upload them to whichever database it is that the security at the venue are checking against.
Okay, yeah. So it's interesting. As you probe the venue security systems, it's on a completely separate system. It's like it's got its own Ethernet and no connection to the actual rest of the world.
Damn. I think we might have to do this the old-fashioned way. Lie.
Yeah, we can do that.
Yeah, I'm not so great.
Well, you don't have to lie.
Okay.
You
Just
could
leave
be
it,
outside doing, I don't know,
You
looking,
can be their security.
yeah, looking at the screen.
I won't take this away though. If you would like to create some fake ID assets, you can do that as a difficulty-free intellect roll.
I'll give that a go. So, difficulty 3. May I spend some effort?
You may, yes. You have an intellect edge, right? So that
I do, yes.
only costs you 2 intellect.
Lovely. So that drops to 18. Where's it gone? Where's it? Oh. There we go.
Woohoo! That is a success. Very narrow. Good job you spent the effort on it.
I know, right?
So you create 2 IDs, which will give someone an asset, which will reduce the difficulty of a convincing someone you're someone else thing. Test.
Me and Cal need that.
Yes, agreed. Over to you two.
Just to make it super easy to convince people we are who we say we are.
So this the gala we're going to. It's like known, right? Like it's gonna be a big
Big
deal.
event. Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
I'm wondering if I wouldn't have like people that I've rubbed shoulders with that I could reach out to, because I imagine Cal's pretty social.
Yeah, you're always at parties, right? So you're probably going to see if the usual crowd are going. Why don't you make me a test? Let's do intellect. It's for another asset, so make it another difficulty-free intellect test and see if you can get some friends at the party. Maybe get some invites or something like that. And you too may spend effort if you wish to.
Question. So my intellect edge doesn't really have an application here unless I spend effort.
If
right?
you spend effort, then your edge comes into play because it makes it cheaper.
Yeah, I am not going to spend any effort. I'm just
Okay.
going to give it a roll. No.
Ooh, unfortunately, that is a failure. I would like to offer you an intrusion. For 2 XP, one for you and one for a friend. You don't have to say yes.
Oh yeah, let's do it. Let's do it.
So the friend that you come in contact with, it's not actually them that answers the phone. It is someone else. You're definitely sure it's the right line. In fact, you're 100% sure it's the right device. However, the new person simply says, "We know."
You know.
Dead.
What do you... Well, and I looked at everybody else. Apparently, somebody knows something, and I imagine it has to do with us.
Really friendly friends you have there.
Well, sometimes you get a little too drunk, or you run up someone else's tab and then you disappear.
I'd be
Happens.
lying if I said I hadn't done that. So.
Yeah, me too. A lot.
I mean, maybe not the drunk part.
Can you even drink?
Not without shorting out.
Yeah, probably best to do that.
But I have run up more than a few people's tabs before.
Is that just for the fun of it, though?
Yes.
Can you rewrite your own codes to experience sensations of euphoria?
I don't know what those. I know the words. I have nothing to put them with.
All right, well, after this job, you and me, we're going to go fly down to Tahiti and we're going to talk about it.
First, you must tell me what a sensation is, and then euphoria.
You'll find out.
Oh, you'll definitely find out.
I don't think I can experience sensations.
It's all about kettle chips rather than sensations, really.
Yes.
Is that a UK joke? Does that make sense across the pond?
Yeah,
It does? Cool.
just
She can't eat either. That's cruel.
I know.
X is rather nonplussed about the whole thing. This is not. They can mimic kind of the facial expressions by mimicking the facial expressions around them, but they don't understand because they have literally no frame of reference for it.
Cal would be fascinated by the idea of the AI that is clearly capable of thinking for itself and doing things, but then also not experiencing. He's fascinated.
Yep. If you've never had a physical body, I can tell the machine to do something. I don't feel what the machine does.
We need to get like a brain and wire it into you, or vice versa. Not my brain, though.
You mean a nervous system?
Well, I mean a whole person.
No.
A person system.
Why would I want to be a meat bag?
You wouldn't.
Ouch.
Right. What? You're only like half meat bag anyway.
Yeah, still half.
You don't have any hands.
Cal just like hardly keeps it together and walks into the other room.
Cool. Is there any other prep you guys would like to do before starting the mission?
Just the layout of the computer systems, security, that kind of thing.
So like I say, it is a separate system, which apparently Potato Hollow tells us the phrase for that is called air-gaped. It's an air-gaped system. Thank you for that bit of info there. But you can find the last time that the connection computer was connected to the main net and find what it was laid out like then. High security. It's quite impressive, even to your AI capability. I'll give you for free that you can get an understanding of it. Most would be nonplussed.
All right. So they're gonna, X is working out access points, and we'll send a schematic to Squid with security access points highlighted.
Fantastic.
Marilyn's gonna find some like small weapons that she can easily hide from security on her body. Should she need to, she's not particularly that good at hand-to-hand combat, but better to be safe than sorry.
Now, we didn't gift your other XP grant. Who would you like to receive it?
I think I'm gonna give it to Marilyn.
Oh yeah.
Just to jump in, Potato Hollow is updated. Apparently, autocorrect jumped in and intervened. So
Air gapped.
Gapped, not gaped.
Not gaped. Although gaped, did give me some fun connotations.
Cal, you still got a potion. Oh, I forgot. Oh, I'm still
no.
made of gas. Shit, I can't pick anything up. Fucking hell.
I love the sequence of realizations there.
Yeah, I'm gonna drink my little energy drink like right before we head out. Just be like, whatever.
It doesn't seem like anything happens when you drink it. However, it does. It's orange with white layers and tastes like grapefruit.
Oh, glad I didn't have that one.
That's just like super pleasant. Orange is his favorite color. Grapefruit is his favorite fruit. It's, whatever. Great.
He's having a good time.
He's
Yeah.
always having a bloody good time by the sounds of it.
And who can blame him? And we're at 18 retweets. Something extra might happen when we hit 20. Teehee. Teehee. So we're heading out, right? Please describe your vehicle. I'm gifting you a vehicle.
Oh, I can't drive.
I can, but I'm gas.
I love how excited Jay is about the retweets. You just private DM'd us all like, has everyone retweet?
I've retweeted.
So bye.
There's a pod that I climb into.
That'd be good, wouldn't it?
Oh, I've got.
We could have extra for us. Wow.
So has anyone seen the utterly terrible and super campy Judge Dredd film? The one with Sylvester Stallone. So their they're like taxis, were enormous, big, like 4x4 things that looked utterly ridiculous. Can we have one of those?
Yeah, with a pod attached, or is the pod separate, or?
I don't know.
We hit 20.
We have hit 20. We have hit 20. And also, thank you very much to Mal Hidale, who gives each of us a reroll.
Thank you very much. I'll need that.
that.
Thank you, Mal.
Trying to find a picture.
Isn't he a sweetie?
I think it's that.
Redirect notice.
Oh,
Could it be
is.
pink?
What? Yeah, sure.
It looks like it's built out of Lego.
I just.
I'm gonna post it in the chat. This is what we're talking about, people. This Lego car.
It's not Lego.
Oh,
It's
that
from
one
Judge
won't work.
Dredd.
There you go.
Anyway,
It does look like Lego though.
I think the problem is you guys are possibly linking the website address rather than the image address.
Yeah, Alex.
copy image address. That one? No, that still doesn't. Okay, it doesn't matter.
It does. Yeah,
Okay.
that does. Yeah. Chuck it in the group in the Twitch chat so everyone can see.
Check that one.
So it sort of looks
Yes,
like
that's it. Cool.
that. Do we have a scale for that? How big is that?
It's Land Rover sized because it was based on a Land Rover 101.
Well,
Of
there you go.
course you know that.
Is that all right? Just I could go into details, but I'd be really nerdy about it.
I live
Don't
with
do
this.
that to my microphone.
Is it actually a cab or is it a modified cab? Cal, would you be seen going around in a cab?
I mean, yeah.
Hard pushed.
But like at the end of the night, yes, he would like have a thing. He'd just like hide his face as he was driving by. But at the end of the night, it's fine. But going, he'd be covered.
It's actually painted black with a red swoop that comes up.
Oh yeah. Oh
Yeah.
yeah. I can see that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
There you go.
I love it when a plan comes together.
So then, everyone, the cab makes its way. Does it need driving or does it drive itself?
It's probably got an AI that drives, but it's a very basic one. Imagine Google Maps. Actually, no. Google made the those self-driving vehicles, didn't they? That
Yep.
then crashed. It's one of those.
Okay, I don't know if anyone else has watched Upgrade yet, but self-driving vehicles are bad. Terrible idea. And if you haven't watched it, do.
There you go, everyone.
Welcome, Stream Kitty. I don't know if you can actually see her on stream, but she is back.
Attacking Osiris. So as you're heading along, let's get some in-car music on, shall we? What do you listen to in the car? Perhaps what we started with. Is that the sort of thing you guys would listen to?
Yeah, I think so.
Yes.
Very arcade.
However, soon we rock up to the party, and the music stops abruptly as it stops with the engine. And you can hear outside quietly the sounds of the party beginning to kick in. There are, of course, bouncers on the door.
Am I still gas? Can I just float in past them?
As you exit the vehicle, you are still gas, yeah.
I'm going to very quickly sneak in. And probably turn back to not gas, like in the middle of the security guards or something.
I am a hologrammed uniform security that the drone comes from the opposite side of the vehicle
Mhm.
and just starts patrolling. I don't walk at them. I walk 90 degrees to them as I'm taking the perimeter.
Okay, yep, totally. When your hologram is a hologram, how hologram is it? Is it like a Star Wars hologram where it's a bit blue and flickery, or are you solid? Like
It can.
Red Dwarf.
I can do anything in between. For this, he would be solid. They would be solid.
Okay, cool. Cool, so more Red Dwarf than anything at the minute. Great. But no H on your forehead.
More like altered carbon, Poe, where the hotel is the more like that.
Very nice. Cool, so you can do that. Marilyn, as you get through, I would like to offer you an intrusion for 2 XP. One for you and one for a friend.
No.
No?
I don't trust you.
You don't trust? That's fine. You can float through.
But now I kind of want to say, oh.
No, it's fine. That's just fine. It's to get through as a gas. They won't notice you. Why don't you roll me a difficulty 0? Check. Just for moving along. Can be any ability you like.
There's a stiff breeze. You get blown away.
11. That's not a 1. It's 2 1s, but not in the right place. So you can pass into the party. You have left your party behind.
I'm going to go through the guys while I do it, like the security guards. She's just fucking with people at this point.
Yeah, he just like, ugh. Ugh.
Oh, I'm going to tell the guys what I'm doing before I go. I'm not just going to, like, leave. I am actually going to tell them.
You do communicate. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
But the guard turns around and goes, Errol, did you feel something weird? Nah, mate. Nah. How do the rest of you proceed? We have X walking at 90 degrees, making a perimeter. Marilyn just fucking with people heading through. You do have the assets that you made. I imagine someone's holding on to Marilyn's for her. Who's holding on to Marilyn's assets?
I guess probably I will. The likelihood of us running into each other at the party is.
Yes, apologies. Fantastic. So you have her things. Great. How do Osiris and Cal proceed?
So, I think I'm gonna search around and try and find a less secure entrance, potentially with limited security, and electronic security being the preferred, like a side entrance, something like that.
Okay, so you're gonna also take a 90 degree and go around the compound to look for another entrance.
But in the opposite direction.
In the opposite direction. And Cal?
Through the front door, making a scene. Like, attention on me, everyone else is kind of going around. Just, the fun has arrived.
Fantastic. So, as you approach, this bloke steps forward and says, excuse me, mate, it's invite only tonight. Can I, are you on the list?
Yes, I should be. And I just like, we Squid gave us those ID cards, right?
Mm-hmm.
That was the thing we did. Yeah, I just like flash it long enough that he could see the picture, but not long enough to like get details on it. Stick it back in my outfit. Any minute now, you could get out of my way because I got a lot to do and a lot of people that I need to see tonight.
Sorry, what was the name, mate?
Calenthal.
Calenthal.
Calenthal Fitzgerald.
Am I still gas?
Yeah?
Just go watch them. Can't do much when I'm gas.
So as you tell him Kalanvar, he starts checking the list. Did you take this name from anyone? Or did you make it up on the spot?
It's actually Cal's full name.
Yeah, you sometimes go by Cal Fitzgerald?
Yes, that's me.
Yeah, here comes the intrusion from earlier. You're on the X list, mate. We can't let you in.
Excuse me.
Yeah, no, apparently one of the higher ups, nothing to do with me, really. If you want, I can get head of security out, though, to resolve matters.
Can Marilyn interrupt in this?
Yeah, why not?
So, what Marilyn is going to do, do they have, like, she's going to, in her ghostly form, go up behind this guy and find a name on the list of someone that isn't here yet. She's then going to use her erase memories to erase the last 5 minutes of the guard's memory.
Yeah, you can totally do that.
Yes! Good. What do I need to roll?
Roll me a regular intellect. He is a difficulty 4 creature.
Okay, so erase memories is 3. Oh no, it only cost me 2, doesn't it? Because I got my edge.
You do, yes.
So can I forgot what it's called. Do the points to bring it down a level.
Spend some effort.
That's the one.
Yeah.
Can I be acting kind of as an asset because he's distracted with me and we're in the
Yes, you can reduce the difficulty by 1. Yes.
Awesome. So that's what, 2 now?
Comes
If
down difficulty 3 and then 1 effort. It will be a total of 2.
Yeah. Okay, we'll do it on 2. See what happens. Oh wait a minute. You put the effort in afterwards, don't you?
You do,
so
yeah.
it's still difficulty 3 and then 2 effort. Got it.
1 effort.
1 effort. Sorry. Hey.
Hey! So his memory is wiped. What do you want to do?
I'm just kind of gonna whisper to Cal while I'm doing this a name off the list of someone that isn't here yet, so that he can give them a fake name.
Okay, you get the name.
And I'm gonna shake my head at him while I do it.
Roderick Bordy is the name you get.
Yes. I find the funniest name I can.
So he comes out. Sorry, mate. Are you? It's an invite only tonight.
Yes, Roderick Bordy. That should be on.
Oh yes, there you are. Yes, through you go.
Thank you.
And you may enter the facility. Before we come to a description, let's see how everyone else gets in. So X, you take a right turn. You're doing a patrol.
Yep. I will find a access point for the security systems, electronic. Again, kind of what Squid was looking for, and I'm going to have a little fun with their system.
Okay. So as I say, this is an impressive system. It's a difficulty 6 system, but I believe you can just completely override that using your ability, right?
I have hacked the impossible. Yes, I can persuade it to do my bidding.
Great. So you'll spend the intellect minus your edge to do that. What is your bidding as you find this camera above a side door?
The cameras will go on loop that show he's X is kind of scanned through what each camera has shown and has picked a oh no wait, never mind, hang on, let me think about this for a second.
Yeah, sure, totally. Do you want me to give you a second and we'll come back to you?
Yeah, let me think about how how they're going to scramble the system.
Yeah, sure. So Osiris, you went round the other way.
I did, yes.
Going along that way, you can see a long wall and a man wearing a tuxedo, smoking a cigarette. He looks like one of the bouncers. He is almost certainly pulling the pose of someone having a crafty fag.
Is there a door? Or is there an entrance somewhere near it? Is he stood in front of it?
He stood near a side gate, yeah.
Okay. I am going to run towards him, shouting, "Hey! You need to go around to the main entrance now. Like there's a fight. There's some guy looking really shifty trying to get in."
Like I say, he's a difficulty 4 person. Please make me a persuade roll.
Okay. Do I have anything that is going to help here? No.
It'd be intellect. Persuasion is intellect.
Yeah.
What about one of your cards? Didn't you get?
Oh.
Don't forget your cards, everyone.
What did I get? Healing insight and nimble fingers. No. Man, I really
Reminded though. That's a good reminder.
I completely forgot about those. Okay, so I'm just going to go with a straight intellect roll. There we go. Difficulty 4, you said?
Difficulty 4.
Okay. And I would like to spend some effort, please.
Uh-huh.
So I'm going to drop another 2 points off that. Oh.
That's a success. He's right. Bollocks. Throws down the cigarette and jogs around. Gate is unlocked.
Excellent. I let myself in. And then upon shutting the gate, I
Blow it up.
No, I don't blow it up. I use my Tinker ability to which allows me to repurpose some sort of device. It doesn't specify electronic device. So I'm going to repurpose the lock on the gate from a lock to I don't know what I can repurpose it to. I'm going to repurpose it so it doesn't unlock.
So it doesn't unlock. Okay, so you're going to essentially repurpose it to a solid bar.
Yeah.
Great. Okay, great. So as you are now inside the compound, but not inside the building, let's go round to X. X.
We know the name of the person that we're supposed to be wiping digitally, correct?
Yes, you are supposed to be wiping Maximilian Falconrear.
I lock him out of this entire system. He does not exist as far as it's concerned because it's air gapped. It cannot communicate or does not communicate with any of the rest of the internet or computer systems. So he does not exist. Any pictures, any ID information, fingerprints, gone. He does not exist. It does not recognize him. It will, however, recognize my compatriots.
So who do you put in the administrator's role?
I put myself in. I'm now an admin.
Excellent. So as you you do that, the gate immediately goes green and opens for you.
Guys, stroll on in.
Yep, there's a door nearby. The person there gets a page. The page comes up and he just immediately steps aside for you.
Keep walking. And as once I'm out of his sight, I will change my hologram from portraying security to a generic individual in formal wear.
Okay. Yeah.
Somebody who couldn't attend physically but has sent their hologram to attend.
Yeah, of course. And as we get inside, all of you are faced with the same thing. This is a gala, but it's also a techno gala. So rather than the music sort of plays down, you can see the DJ goes, "Okay, let's drop the beat a bit," and we have people dancing inside. What do you all do now? You're all inside. Do you regroup straight away?
Marilyn's gonna dance through people, whilst looking for everyone else, obviously.
May I offer you another intrusion?
I'm a bit worried you're gonna make me turn back into a person when I'm in the middle of someone.
That's pretty much where my intrusion mind is going.
Do it! Yeah, right then.
Great. As you do this, you become melded with someone. Roll me a D100.
There can be only one.
$67.
On a 67, you become melded with a glow stick endowed raver.
I love it.
Like your arms are sort of like your arm is still inside their arm. That's all. It's like stuck inside.
Do I have control though?
Of yourself, yes, but they are screaming.
At least everyone can find me now. Drawing attention. Like, you guys can go and, find what you're doing. I'm drawing the attention of the whole crowd.
Actually, over the music, people can't really hear her screaming.
Damn. Can I still, walk?
You can drag her.
Yeah, right then.
Difficulty 2 might check. It's kind of painful. Yeah, you just drag her along.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna turn this sharp a couple of times. Kick her a little bit.
So you all meet up on the inside.
Okay. So, why are you attached to another person, Marilyn?
I don't know, she's really annoying. She won't shut up.
My arm!
If she doesn't shut up, I'm gonna invoke Terrifying Presence, which basically means that she is convinced that I am the most terrifying thing in the world to her. I'm gonna tell her that too.
She doesn't shut up.
Okay. I am going to take the pair of them into a secluded cloakroom or something.
Could you cut her off?
That's generally what I'm going to do. I'm going to use my whatever it was. What was it? Hang on. It wasn't Nimble Fingers. The Healing Insight. So I'm going to use the little box of medical
nanite surgeon things.
Yeah, and just open the box just near the arm. Program it in what I want to do. I want them to be separated, and then I'm just going to let it do its thing.
And what was the exact description of what that does?
So it. I see the best way to help an injured friend. The difficulty of any healing task is decreased by 1 step.
Okay, so this would have been a difficulty 3 test. We'll reduce it down to difficulty 2. The nanite bots are showing you where to cut.
Yeah, brilliant. All right, I'll take that. Let me just find my character sheet again because it seems to have swanned off somewhere.
Not me yet.
Oh, there it is.
Oh, I never put the rerolls on screen either. We each all have rerolls as well.
Amazing. I'll probably need it.
Yeah, I keep clicking the wrong button and actually sending my special abilities instead of extending them, which is what I was trying to do.
All right. So, what would it be to conduct surgery?
Well, if you're thinking of using your tools, I would
Yes.
say that you would almost certainly have tools
Yes.
because you often commit surgery on yourself.
Yes.
So you could have that as an asset,
Okay.
reducing the difficulty to 1.
What stat wise?
Oh, it would be Jack be nimble, Jack be quick, speed.
Can I enthrall her while he's doing this so that she keeps still?
Yes, you may do that. How much is the infallibility?
1 intellect point, so none.
Curses.
Okay, so we're going for a speed roll. It's difficulty. What did you say difficulty was? 2.
Difficulty 1 now.
1.
Yeah.
I have not a great deal of speed, so I'm not going to spend any effort on it.
Yeah, you might start dying soon.
Okay, we're good.
You succeed.
So-
You manage to separate the person. Do you reattach the other person's arm?
We don't have time for this.
Yes. I imagine it would be quite quick to do.
Sew it back on. Be fine.
Couple of sutures, bit of laser stitching, job done.
Fantastic. Yep. So you do this, and this woman is just enthralled still by Marilyn until you stop talking.
Yep. I'm gonna stop talking halfway through.
As you stop talking, she looks at her arm and just runs to the bathroom.
Okay.
Exit stage right. What's Callan X been doing in this time?
Well, Squid's gonna hear in his head, "Ping, you have mail." And Axel send him the message that he's replaced Max in the system, that Max does not exist as far as this computer system. We just need to connect it and send all of it into the rest of the internet, and that it recognizes X as Max.
Yeah. Of course, it will do. Yep.
Yep. So once that goes, it's almost like a virus. Once that hits the main internet setup, it's just going to propagate through everything that it was Max is now X.
Yeah, that is true of most things on the internet. However, there are some things which have much higher security, and they will need to be accessed via his own personal device.
And that's what X is going to contact Squid about. That we need to acquire something, acquire his device so that we can do that. The first step's been done.
I've got a trick up my sleeve for that. So we need to find that device somehow.
We need to find them first.
Yeah. Arguably, they'll be here, won't they? Somewhere.
Oh, yeah.
And we've now limited the places they can go because they can't get out.
Correct.
We need to find like his like primary device. I know we mentioned earlier that he carries proxies, so
Yeah.
we're gonna need to get into a safe somewhere. At least that's what I would imagine. That it's locked down in this.
Okay. So I have an ability called Distortion. It's essentially active camouflage.
Mm-hmm.
I just disappear. The description on it is it distorts the way that light bounces off of an object or a person. Now, that doesn't have to be targeted on me. It can be targeted on anyone else. So, I'm potentially thinking that I could use the distortion ability to make X, or at least X's drone, temporarily invisible. And that way we can find out quite quickly where the safe is.
Yeah, I would say so. I'd want an intellect test to go along with it, if that's cool.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Let's go for difficulty 3. Of course, as always, you may barter with me.
Now, let me see.
He's using my computer to do that. I'm helping him do this. I'm agreeing to this. I'm showing him where in my systems.
Yeah, that doesn't sound like it's going to be a hindrance at all, so that'll be 1 difficulty easier.
Okay. I don't think I've got any equipment or skills that would actually help. I'm just having a quick look. No skills. So I'll take the 2. We'll give that a go. And then I'm definitely going to spend some effort on this one as well.
Okay, yeah, sure.
Don't forget you got a reroll.
Yeah.
You're real nervous about these difficulty levels this week, Alex.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
It's because it's been working in his favour for ages. He knows his luck is running out.
Oh, just
a success. So tempting to ask for a reroll, but I won't.
So yeah.
However, I would like to offer you another complication.
Do it.
Oh, who did you give your XP to as well, Jay?
Oh yeah. I'll give it to Alex. Forgot about that.
Go on then.
As you are doing this and you see people getting ready to exit the building, etc. No, not exit the building. Getting ready. People are looking for. You find where this device is stored. You can see a man who fits Max's description raiding the safe.
So I currently have 2 XP.
You only have 1 XP.
No,
Am I there?
I got given 1 earlier.
Who by?
We all got given 1.
You were given a reroll. That's different.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah, the reroll you can use on any dice. Doesn't have to be your own. The XP you can only use on your own.
Oh no, I was just going to trade off the 2 XP, if it was an XP, to counter your counter.
I'm afraid. No.
It's fine.
Muted, Jay. You do have 2 XP.
Who all is seeing him at the safe?
Yeah, that's me.
Just you?
Yeah. Okay.
Just hit him
I
with
think
a
I'll
stick.
No, I think I'll discreetly make it known to the rest of the group, probably via the comm channel that we've got shared. he's in the safe right now. He's in the safe.
Yeah, he's in the safe. You can see him stuffing his pocket with what looks like a device the size of his palm.
How big's the safe? Is it like a walk-in safe?
It's behind a painting. It's just a very small thing.
Oh, okay.
Can I get to him?
Yes.
The drone walks up behind him. Little hatch opens up. It's invisible. Out comes a stun stick, and I zap him.
As you stun him,
It's no damage, but human size or smaller loses an action.
Unfortunately, he has a thing called Drain Machine. And as you stun him, he sort of like breathes in the energy from it, and you feel the batteries go dead in your hand.
Well, it's a good thing I have 2 energy packs.
He turns to face you.
And
I
all he
know
sees
why
is the
you're
holo-
here. He says, are you a parent?
The drone is invisible. I'm a solid hologram. I look like just an individual here at the party.
I know why you're here and it won't work. I'm leaving.
I'm sorry.
I didn't get to my position by being a fool.
Am I near enough to hear any of this?
I would say the drones have to move a fair way. You guys will need to enter the back room, which you can do now.
I think Cal is like after Squid pointed out that he was ready to save, Cal kind of like made his way forward, but he's tucked, like by I guess whatever the door into the office or whatever it is, listening and preparing to like running along lists of like reasons to have a toast in his head, because he's definitely about to like get the crowd's attention if this guy tries to bolt.
He has a machine, some type of device that he's holding.
No, it's just like he just absorbed the energy that came from the stun button.
But what was he taking out of the safe again?
Oh yes, he had put that in his pocket.
Okay. I have scramble the device. Scramble machine. You render one machine within short range unable to function for 1 round. Alternately, you can increase the difficulty of any action by the machine or someone attempting to use it by 1 step for 1 minute. It's 2 intellect points and it's an action.
Yeah, sure, you can certainly stun it. Does this mean that you guys are going into initiative? Are you trying to take him out?
What level is he?
Maybe if one of you has the scan ability, I could answer that question.
You should have taken it, Alex.
I mean, we've got 4 intellect-based people,
And nobody took
and no
scan.
one took the scan action.
Yeah.
I
Whoops.
don't think I had it as an option.
Really? I thought that was an adept option.
Oh, I didn't take any of the adept options. I went straight to
Yeah, you went all tech. Yeah,
That's
so
on me. Yeah.
unfortunately, without the scan ability, you may not be able to tell his level.
I actually need to know though for one of my abilities.
Well, why don't you describe the ability and I'll tell you whether it works. You might have to take a gamble, and
They have to be level 3 or lower.
so the way you would discover whether he is level 3 or lower would be to try it and see if it works.
Yeah, okay.
If you're going for terrifying presence,
I am.
you can spend effort instead of reducing the difficulty. You can increase the level, so you can have a guess at what level he is, have a go, and see if it works.
They'll come off my intelligence, won't they?
Uh-huh.
Is it? It's 2 per level, isn't it? Because I've got an edge.
Uh-huh.
It's probably going to be like a level 6. I don't want to put that many in there. Oh, I just want to terrorize him. Okay, no, actually, I'm going to go with Enthrall because with Terrifying Presence, although they're paralyzed to fear, but they can run away or take other actions appropriate to the circumstances.
Mhm.
If I do Enthrall, the only thing that they could do is self-defense if you attack them.
Yes. Did I see you proc and Frawl earlier? Can you proc it in the chat?
Yes.
That's cool.
I was doing it by accident earlier, but yes, you can.
I don't know how you did it, but yeah.
Just the little I button next to it. See, all these things you find out when you accidentally click on things.
Yeah. So the first thing you need to do is grab his attention. We're going to make that a difficulty high.
What would that be?
He's a level 8 character.
Fuck now. Okay, right. Had a stick. So I'm trained in pleasantries and social interactions.
Okay. Yes, I would let you use that. That takes him down to a level 7.
Also, I've got understanding, which is observing or studying a creature or object. The next time I interact with them, the difficulty of the related task is reduced by 1 step.
You could do that, but that would mean he has time to do something else in the meantime. That would not be grabbing his attention. That would be observing from a distance.
That would be doing a different thing, yeah. Okay, now I'm going to stick with the thrall. So that takes it, the social interactions takes it down to 1, doesn't it? And then...
7,
takes it down 1. Sorry.
Yeah.
Which takes it down to 7.
Yes, indeed.
I also have understanding. Could I use understanding and relay my information to Marilyn?
I think you could, but what might happen is as Marilyn's trying to gain his attention, you might distract from that, so it might make it harder. Too many cooks.
Enjoying himself too much here right now.
You've got so many rerolls, this will be fine.
Okay, I'm gonna... Alright, so that's 7... No, 6. Okay, I'm gonna put 2 effort points in.
How did you get to 6?
Because he's a 7, isn't he? Or is he an 8?
He's an 8, yeah. So you're down to 7.
7.
2 effort points will bring it down to a 5. You need to roll a 15 or higher.
Don't think I've rolled that this entire game. Which might make it more likely. I don't know. Oh, but it's 2, so that would take me down to 11. He is the final guy. Okay, I'll put 3 effort points in.
You can do that?
Because this is the guy we're trying to get, so it seems no point for me to save up the effort points.
Mm-hmm. Uh-huh.
Right. You make me uncomfortable. Right. You look so happy.
I don't know what you mean.
So, difficulty 7 now. Formidable. Nice. There's 3. Did I say 3 efforts? Yeah. I'm glad I paid the extra 2.
So, let's see here. We've got difficulty 7. You've played -3. And what does that leave your intellect at?
8.
Because you do indeed gain his attention.
Oh, good. While I'm talking, I'm just gonna keep talking to him about random crap. Maybe the colours of the wall, the colours of the curtains. I'm gonna tell him about a raver girl that I once ended up embodied as part of her. Cut his arm off. That'd be a long story to have to tell him.
He's moving towards you. Oh wait, no, he can only...
No, can't move.
Can't move. So he stands listening.
All I can do is speak to him as well. So the only thing he can do at the moment, guys, is defend himself. But you guys need to do something. I have his attention. He cannot respond to you unless you attack him. Or to defend him. Well, it doesn't say it has to be attacked. It just says the only thing he can do is defend himself.
So we can just walk up and take whatever we want out of his hands, out of his pockets.
He's allowed to defend himself. So if you try and steal from him, he's allowed to try and it would still have a difficulty as he's allowed to try and catch your hand and stop you from stealing from him.
He is also like super focused right now. So if we're gonna try and steal this thing from him, I think we need to do it now.
What was that ability you had, Squid?
I picked up one of the cards or one of the ciphers, Nimble Fingers.
Mm-hmm.
Difficulty of any pickpocketing or sleight of hand task is decreased by 1 step. So yeah, I'll totally give that a go.
You also have an advantage where Marilyn has his attention, so that brings him down to difficulty 6.
Is that before or after the cipher?
After the cipher. 1 for distraction, 1 for the cipher. That's 8 to 6.
Remember though, he's the final guy we're trying to get, so you may as well use your...
So what are we trying to do with this box? Just get hold of it.
We needed to make
erase
sure that, we need to erase him digitally. And in
Scratland's
order
so
to do
happy.
that,
I feel like we've forgotten something that he's deliberately not telling us.
It's all a ruse, and he's actually a doppelganger.
Yeah, it's not even him.
Yes.
Scratland's like, I didn't say it was him.
It looked like him. Oh, balls.
I would never do such a thing.
Yes, you would.
You would.
Okay. Yeah, I haven't really got any. I mean, I could blow him up.
He's a complex item, definitely.
I could blow parts of him up,
You could do that, yeah.
Could blow
like
his suit up.
eyeballs.
Goblins are simple creatures, but a high-functioning sociopath is not.
Okay, fair enough.
Can I hack the impossible?
Possibly. He says in what sounds like direct confliction with... What are you thinking?
I'm going to I want to persuade him assuming that he's either an automaton or there's a computer in there or a robot, to disable himself.
Unfortunately, he is not a computer. Or an automaton. He is a person.
Oh. Well, he is a person, so...
Okay.
I'm stuck.
Yeah, no. It's
Cyrus, so it's difficulty 6.
All right, I'll take it. So we're gonna do this.
You have to roll an 18 for that.
Yeah. I've still got 16 points of intellect.
Yes, you do.
Yeah, I'd do some of that. This is all going to be for nothing.
So, 2, 4.
It's going to be like his identical twin brother or something.
8.
I'm on 8 intellect
10.
as well.
If I spend 10 points of intellect, 10 points of intellect to lift something out of someone's pocket,
Oh, it's a speed roll.
I'm screwed. Then,
You
aren't
can't intellect something out of someone's pocket. That's not how that works.
Cry.
I have substantially less. So,
Okay, if it goes bad, I'll just erase his memory. It's fine.
what happens when you run out of speed?
You die.
You
You become incapacitated, don't you?
you are unable to move. Yes.
Yeah, don't do that, Alex.
So if I spend enough speed to get 4 effort, it leaves me with 1 speed.
You're still up.
He's hobbling around a bit.
I love that.
Can I request a reroll on that, please?
I suppose so.
Difficulty 6, yeah, -4 effort. Oof.
Yeah, I've now got nothing.
Yeah, that's great.
I reroll.
You want to reroll as well?
Does he not still get the -4? I know.
No, I've spent it.
No, you get to re-roll it exactly as it was. So you still got the -4.
Oh, really?
However, even with the -4, that does not beat difficulty 2. That only beats difficulty 1. So that would have been a fail either way.
Okay, well, I still reroll. Alright, so that, and then...
It's a success! There you go. You
Okay,
succeed.
now I'm on 1 speed. I am not okay.
May I offer you an intrusion?
No. No, I don't want your goddamn XP, no.
But then you'll have enough XP for a player intrusion, Alex.
Oh. No.
What can we do with the intrusions? Could we?
We could have interrupted and said, "Oh no, I wanted to go this way."
Yeah.
Oh, fine,
Can
okay.
I offer an interruption?
No. I'll
Although
take
you've
it, I'll
already
take it.
done
Let's
your
go.
rerolls, so it's
Let's
fine.
go.
You get the thing.
I get the thing. I'm pleased about getting the thing.
Mm-hmm. It is currently scrambled. X. You scrambled it.
That's good. It's only for a minute.
Mm-hmm. You still have his attention, Marilyn.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna keep talking to him.
How long do I stay invisible? How long does my bot?
I think it's something ludicrous, like 10 minutes.
I can turn off my hologram.
Ha! I'll just like drop the box conveniently on the floor, but it isn't.
What do you mean?
Hologram does.
Well, the box, if I drop it somewhere near where the drone is, the drone can grab it and then just disappear.
So as you mentioned the floor, it's the first time you look at the floor, it doesn't look like a regular floor.
Oh.
That scan ability would have been so useful. Looks like it has a thin wire mesh on the ground.
Oh no.
Nothing's happening though.
No, well that doesn't...
A flash. You see a flashlight? The light from a flashlight.
Okay.
That'll let you know where the drone is. That you could put that.
Okay, so I take a couple of steps away and then just put the device on or near X's drone.
Yeah, you have it. You
Excellent.
have his personal device.
The hologram shots off, and I'm going to use. And I'm going to just. On my way out, I'm leaving.
X exits the building. You may also spend to do a hack the impossible and do your mission. You can delete him from social media using the device.
Yeah,
Mission accomplished.
mission accomplished.
X is out. Marilyn, you're still holding his attention.
I am.
May I offer you an intrusion?
Oh, by the way, Cal gets the 1 XP.
Yeah.
From what? You didn't accept?
Yes, I did.
You said no.
And then why? Was that not?
No, that wasn't an intrusion. That was just a
Oh.
regular... That was just a factoid.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
You start to feel the power draining from your words as he is using the ability Quick Drain.
Can I offer you an intrusion?
You may. However, with quick drain, you do take 5 points of damage
Ow!
to your might pool.
Yes.
Now, what is your intrusion?
Where he has been concentrating on what I've been saying for so long,
Uh-huh.
he kind of forgot to breathe a little bit and he's passed out from lack of oxygen. He was that enthralled in what I was telling him. Conversations about Christmases with my grandmother, getting a little bit too drunk, all of those kinds of things, you know.
Yeah, well, I mean, I totally accept it. So, yeah, he sort of, I'm going to twist it slightly, though, if you don't mind.
Go for it.
As he absorbs the power from you, he gets a little power high. And passes out for a moment.
Run.
Okay, can I check that he's not got anything on him first?
Sure.
Very quickly.
You sure can.
Not sure I want to.
What are the rest of you doing as the drone is just about to leave the room?
I think I'm just like waiting at the door, kind of wondering why Marilyn's not coming. Like, he's down. Let's go. Come on.
X, as you go back over and think through the security system, you realise that there wasn't really any security around that safe. It's only when you look into it you realise it's attached to the device. As soon as the device leaves the room, everyone in the room is going to take damage. But going back will put the device and yourself back in danger.
Is it just me in the room?
No, it's the three of you still. The drone's ahead of you all. Cal's right by the door,
Yeah, I never entered.
but the drone is exiting currently. Do you do anything with that information, X?
Stay up.
I see him pass out, whatever. Just as I'm hitting the door, I'm like, I pause that one beat before I step over, and I go, run. And I will stand there until they run.
I think at this point I'm hobbling rather than running.
No, speed of 1, your might pool's still full, you're fine.
Oh, okay. What's the floor made out of?
Like tiles,
It's gonna hurt us, probably.
Just like ceramic tiles.
but with a small thin mesh on it.
Yeah, but they're just ceramic tiles.
Well, with a mesh of wire on top, yeah.
Okay.
Oh god, it's gonna like lift up or something, isn't it?
That'll electrocute you.
I'd go with the electrocution.
Yeah.
It's more his style. So I'm gonna make one of the tiles explode, but way over in the corner of the room.
Mm-hmm.
And hopefully where it explodes it's going to make a lot of noise, and then what we're going to do is we're going to run downstairs, run back out into the main hall, and just make an absolute ruckus and say there's been an explosion or bomb or something. I'm not too quick-witted in that sense. And then
You can
we're all
totally do
gonna,
that.
we're all gonna
We can
flee.
just leave.
Yeah, but
What if
I
we've
wanna
got the
ruin-
wrong device though?
well, then we ruin his reputation one way or the other.
X, you can confirm you have completed your mission.
Okay,
We
cool.
have completed the mission.
Yeah,
It is time to go. We have control. I have control of all security systems for this building, the surrounding area.
But have you seen how happy your GM is right now?
X, if you've got control of all the security systems, why don't you just activate them? We'll walk right out the front door.
We can walk out the front door right now.
We electrocute him first.
Yes. Let us. If you guys go out, one X steps out, then the broom will go. Zzz.
Yep. You see it go zzz for a second. Maybe one of you will detect the wattage of that room increase dramatically, and then it sort of suddenly, slowly starts going down. Not like it's been turned off, but like the energy's been drained.
Yep. And I'm just walking. I'm invisible. I'm going. Once I know that the other three are out of the room, it's like, I've told you guys, we can just leave. Let's go.
I am right behind you.
Yeah.
Well, everyone, mission accomplished. You exit the building. The guards let you go and you may return back. Why don't we have a brief epilogue from each of you as we go round? But we'll also go round and we will do your favourite part, where we can find you online, and all the wonderful things you get up to. And give us a brief epilogue. What do you think your character does? We will go this way round. We'll start with Alex.
Okay, so I think Squid is going to take his earnings from his sizable earnings, and he's going to get himself a new apartment that isn't windowless. He's going to go a little bit higher up, maybe street level, with maybe 2 windows, but bar them, and install some really, really good like CCTV, general security, that sort of stuff. Yeah, so I think that's generally what he'd do. Get a new pad. So I'm Alex, or Alexandrian, or Dark Fox 0812, whichever, wherever. I think if you search any of them, you'll probably find me at some point. My favorite part of this evening was getting to try out a sci-fi setting with Cypher. Like, compared to last week's fantasy setting, I thought, it might be a little bit clunky to just suddenly switch up the setting in such a dramatic way. But I actually think it works really, really well. Like, you could literally throw both settings in together at once, and it would still work, and it would still make sense. So they have done an absolute, great piece of work on this system as a whole, and I absolutely love playing it. As for me, I stream on Twitch now and again. I'm streaming tomorrow night from 2000 GMT or 1500 EST, and we're going to be playing some old school RPGs or JRPGs, particularly Breath of Fire. And then I'm not sure whether Jay and I will be streaming on Friday, but probably, and it's likely to be some Rainbow Six, just because it's fun to really suck at that game. Yeah, so thanks very much for having me again, and that's me.
Fantastic, thank you. Next around, we come to Cleric of Cord, or Kat.
Hi, I'm Kat, also known as @Cleric of Cord, which is where you'll find me on the Twitters. You can find me playing different characters all over Twitch. Let's see, tomorrow at 5 p.m. Eastern, I'll be on Encounter Roleplay playing Due Diligence, who is a Warforged wizard in Once Upon a Time. Due has problems with metaphors, let's put it that way. He tends to take things rather literally. Sunday nights at 7 p.m. Pacific, 10 p.m. Eastern, I'm on the Arcana Code playing a Trixie, who is an Eladrin warlock, guesting in the... Oh, I can't remember the name. Astral Codex, in the Astral Codex.
Mm-hmm.
This stream. Mondays, Warhammer 40k on Encounter Roleplay, playing a Sister of Battle. Yes, Stefania Grigori, who has one job and one job only, and that's to be scary. And then you can find me everywhere else. A lot of times I'm going, Scrat, put me in a game, please. Because I love Cypher. I've played Numenera a couple of times. This is my first time on just Cypher. I love this character. I love the flexibility with this system. to actually play the Ghost in the Machine, a character that has no body, isn't real, is just that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. My favorite part was definitely Tev. Tev was awesome. I like messing with Tev.
Yeah, he liked you too, to be fair, but not as much as he liked Cal. Thank you. So next round we come to Cal then.
Yeah. So Cal, he probably just spends like all of his money on fancy clothes and exotic. Like, exotic means of pleasure. But I feel like he retires at some point and spends the majority of his time trying to understand like X and communicate what like sensations are, and like devotes a large portion of his time to that. But I am Grant G Sparks 1247 on Twitter. Relatively new at all of this, but if you are interested in like tabletop role play as it pertains to psychology and psychological research, that's what I do mostly. So that's interesting to you, talk to me.
That sounds awesome.
Yeah.
I've been coming to talk to you.
Sounds just fantastic.
Yeah.
Well, thank you. Lastly, except I might have a little something as well. We'll see, I suppose. What does Marilyn get up to, Jay?
Hey, right. I think that she's gonna go back to their Batcave and stock up the bar. Maybe get some new luminous decorations for it. All that kind of stuff. Obviously she's quite social. I think she's gonna go out, go to some really big parties, throw some cash at people, get some people, get in favourably with some people, use the money to her advantage to get some contacts and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, totally. And yourself?
So yeah, I am Jay Bambi. You can find me on Twitter and Twitch and Instagram under Jay Bambi. Yeah, I stream with Alexandrian wherever he is, that way, somewhere. Yeah, so we'll be back Friday, hopefully with Rainbow Six Siege. But the last couple of times we've played, my game keeps lagging, so I'll go to shoot someone and then it will kind of set me back about 5 paces, and then they kill me. It's great, but I'm really good at making other people angry while we play, so that's always fun to watch. And I dance on stream a lot, as you might have noticed from watching this. Yeah, so I think my favourite bit was probably the elevator. I did enjoy the elevator, although actually I like this system in general. It's really good, especially for, I found that I seem to play the same kind of characters a lot, so in trying to kind of force myself to try other characters as well, this system makes that very easy to do, in a very simple way of doing it, so that's good, and I like that. And as Alex said, I like how quickly how easily it's gone from one setting to another. But I like Cypher. This might be one of my favourite systems that we've done.
Yeah, I'm not sure what to do next week. I'm half tempted by horror vampires and werewolves.
Yes, do that.
I might do that.
Yeah.
We'll see. We'll find out in the group chat. That just leaves me, everyone. I've shouted out all of you guys in the chat. Do go and check them out. I'm Scradicus. This is my channel. Welcome. If you're here, also check out our social links, our Discord, our Twitter, and our YouTube. If you want to get a game of D&D, send me a DM and I will sort you out a game of D&D. Or another TTRPG like this one. You could come and join this very show, in fact. We still have spaces before the end of March. Things are filling up quickly, though. So do send me a DM quickly if you want to be on the show this season. Or else we may have to do the classic... you know...
You can come and play with me and Alex.
Yeah, you can go play with Alex. Yeah, that's the other thing as well. Just being part of this community, you become a lot of part of other communities. I get a lot of people who tell me about different groups that they've joined up. So, well worth checking out. We have a Patreon. Head over and check out our Patreon. You can support us over there for as little as $1 a month. You may choose how much you subscribe for. It's great. Also, we have merchandise. If you want to get yourself a t-shirt, much like this one, check out the Redbubble link. It's wonderful. We also have sponsors. We are sponsored by Bird in the Storm Publishing, who create content for D&D and other TTRPGs. We played their Clearing the Midnight Wield module over Christmas. and it's on YouTube right now. It's a great game. You should check it out. We're also sponsored by Mage Hand Press, who made the Dark Matter Alpha, a sci-fi expansion for D&D 5e. You should check them out too. We play on Thursdays at 10 p.m. We play Completely Legitimate Business, where we play space mafia people. And lastly, you should check out our panels down below, as in the panels there are other people like Root Inc., Arasavad.com, and Tabletop Loot. You can get yourself some dice, some accessories, or some maps or cartography. What else can you do? The other thing you can do is you can check out the our artist Ambly down there. She's also in a panel. You can go and check out her art station and her other links. She's responsible for all of our overlays and most of the posters. As a final thing, I'd like to offer each of you an intrusion. And I'm doing it because hell. The guy sitting there absorbing the electrical energy stands after a moment, assesses what's happened and your professionalism, puts a hand to his ear, to a separate system altogether. The process has begun. Initiate the project. They're ready. That's where we end! Who knows? Maybe that's the beginning of a campaign one day. We'll find out.
That sounds properly cool.
It does. You have to pull X out of the Ethernet, because that's where X went.
You always leave me, like, on the edge of my seat every time.
Who, me?
Yes.
Yes, you.
No, that's a lie. I've no idea what the war cry is this episode. Go for a classic tee-hee. Today we are going to go and raid. We are going to go and visit our good friends over at Tales from... That's not how you spell from. Tales from the Grim. So we will be seeing you all over there. I'm sure Tater will come up with something. War cry. Anyone from the table got an idea? It's the most fun part of the shop.
That?
It won't be said in the accent though, but we can do that if you want.
Yeah, I think so. I think it works.
There we go. They are it's the most fun part of the shop. That'll do. It's not the best, but we'll roll with it. We're gonna go raid Tales from the Grim. I've started the raid cooldown now. Thank you all for coming along today. I look forward to seeing you in our later show as Weave returns. Weave could possibly be not only the next Eden, but another amazing story by a group that that's what she gets for being a raver girl. Brilliant, Rock.
That one's way better.
Yeah, we're using that.
Yes.
Control C. Let's get some hype in there.
Poor girl, bless her.
Do you want to see my dungeon?
My dungeon.
I don't know. Do you want to see my dungeon's pretty good as well? We need to make a decision quick.
Dungeon.
Dungeon.
Okay, dungeon.
Dungeon.
Tater, hit us with that link. There we go. I got it. Nailed it. Okay, let's go, everyone. We'll see you later. Keep on evoking emotions. We will see you next time. See you later, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.